Hello. Happy Sunday, guys.
Happy Sunday.
Another Sunday of bowling.
Another Sunday of bowling, as always. Where else would I rather be?
Right?
So we're back for the first two matches on the Schwartz side in the playoffs. So we're going to be having the Minto Maniacs take on the Lumberjacks in a one-game match, and then going into that second game, answer game against Next Gen. Any fearless predictions from either of you guys?
Nope. All I know is the winner's got to play Next Gen. That's my prediction.
Like my lips are sealed.
I'm not throwing out any bad karma. I have enough of my own.
Yeah, when you look at it, both teams, they did what they needed to do to get into the playoffs. Maniacs coming in, doing what they needed to do in the last week of play to be able to secure their spot. Lumberjacks were kind of holding on and waiting to see who they would end up playing, basically, at that point.
And they're welcome.
Yeah.
They're welcome.
So, without putting any... We all have, I think, our own personal predictions, but I think to keep it fair for everybody without, trying to root for anybody, maybe we keep that a little bit of a secret.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. Not going to put any bad karma, no commentator curse, none of that stuff today.
That's right.
So just to show our viewers here the playoff sort of layout on the sports side, again, we have the Maniacs taking on the Lumberjacks. The winner of that one-game match will then go on to play 2 games against the Next Gen. And then just a little update for those who may or may not have watched the excitement on Wednesday this past week. We had the Roses taking on the Mayhem on the Cargill side, playing 2 matches. It was really tight. I know a lot of people were on the edge of their seat watching that and seeing how things sort of unfolded with that, with the Mayhem taking that win and then moving on to the semifinals in the Cargill division, which is really exciting. Sorry, the finals in the Cargill division, semifinals of the league. So with that, we will bring in our coaches and chat with them briefly before our first match. Hello, gentlemen. How are you guys?
Oh, good. How's everybody doing today?
Not too bad. Sly is walking around. He can't hear anything. I assume he doesn't know sign language, so...
He can barely speak English, never mind sign language.
I mean, at least I can speak French, so, well, we'll start with the Maniacs. On 10. How are you guys feeling today? Any sort of game plan going into the first match, knowing what you guys need to get done?
We are excited and anxious all at the same time. It's our first playoff match. That's huge. Obviously, we're happy to make it in, but we're ready to fight. We've got a full 8 players today, so I think that was the hardest decision, is who has to sit this one out, because we're all chomping at the bit to bowl. But I don't know. We're ready. We're excited. We're well fed. We already went and ate and drank a bunch, so that's good. We went to Boston Pizza before the game. You got to support the sponsor, and we've got some beers cracked here too to just help get some extra liquid courage. And we're happy. We're excited.
I mean, depending on how you guys bowl, I might have to get the Boston Pizza order. That could be my new thing.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's always what I like to ask folks. What did you guys eat this morning? You guys are just playing
Right?
everything.
Yeah,
okay,
it was a lot of carbs is what it was.
A lot of carbs?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. How are you guys doing there? Feeling good getting into this match? Any sort of game plan for everything?
Not really. We've been here for half an hour throwing balls, but we're just pretty loose and just waiting to throw some bombs. That's all.
Great. And what's your lineup looking like on the Lumberjack side?
Yeah. I gotta look it up because I don't even know where. Fred Furr, Chantal, myself, Matt Wallace, and Matt Leonard. On the bench, we got Max Beauchamp and Isabelle Saunier.
Awesome. And then on the Minto Maniac side?
We have Lonnie Akers leading us off, followed by Zach Nilsson, In the 3-hole, we've got Don Mardell. Shooting fourth is Dallas Van Dale. In the anchor spot is Jack Mookley. On the bench is Michael Wist and Krista Mulhall. And
Awesome.
obviously managing.
Totally fair. All right. Well, with that, we'll let you guys get to bowling. Best of luck, and we'll chat with you both after the match.
Perfect. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck, going well, guys.
Oh, well.
Awesome. All right. Well, just to run through our team rosters quickly here. On the Minto side, we have Sean Dino, Zach Nilsson, Lonnie Akers, Jack Mookley, Dallas Van Dale, Krista Mulhall, Don Mardell, Michael Wist, and manager Tracy. And then obviously they're bowling out of Minto Bowl. And then on the Lumberjack side, we have Sly Brossier, Maxime Lafreniere, Matt Leonard, Fred Martin, Isabelle Songe, Chantal Cyr, Matt Wallace, and Maxime Beauchamp. And then they're bowling out of Sadiki Paris in Gatineau, managed by Max Lafreniere, also Sly, I think, given that he just talked to us. But with that, we're into the bowling.
We are ready.
Yeah, you slid through that like really quick.
Wait,
I
what
was
do you
glad.
mean?
I'm glad that you didn't make me say the names because, yeah. I would have butchered.
French, so it's fine.
I would have just did first names.
I usually try and practice before, but not today. Oh, and a great ball for
Big
Lonnie.
start by Lonnie.
Yeah, good start there.
I got some good stories. So, funny story about Lonnie. He was bowling at a Sherwood Bowl, and I was getting ready to leave, and I couldn't find my bowling bag, and Lonnie stole it. He had to come back and bring me my bowling bag the next day. He just left it. So,
what a guy.
Right?
I was gonna say, are these Lonnie stories that they'll want you to share, or what?
Oh, Lonnie got caught red-handed on the camera, the security camera. So I just sent him a photo and said, "I wonder who this guy is that stole my bag." That was after I beat him, so I think that's why he stole my bag.
Yeah, a little bit of retribution.
Yeah.
I only beat 2 people, so
Yeah, I was like, oh, is this something I should try next?
yes. Minto came out to play some bowling here.
He sure did. Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. If you go back and watch a bunch of the Minto games, Zach is traditionally their leadoff and Lonnie bowls second. So it's kind of a little bit of a shakeup today. So I don't know if something happened at the Open that made a swap there that seems to work a little bit better because they bowled the Open obviously over Easter weekend as well. So
right,
yeah.
I'm a little surprised that Michael Wist is on the bench only because when he bowled against us, he threw a 400 and he was just lights out. It was a big game for him. So, I mean, that's why you have a pro league team. They're all good bowlers.
Yeah, Dallas kind of slowing things down here a little bit for the Maniacs, but it comes back with a good third ball there.
Get those 6.
So, yeah, I don't know how many times over the Easter weekend you're watching scores come down to like a couple of pins here, a couple of pins there, and that's the difference in the match, right? So so just a quick little note. If you look at the scoreboard for the Lumberjacks there, it is predictive text on the predictive on the next ball. So predictive text, yeah.
They have fake names, everybody.
Predictive scores. So yeah, just something to bear in mind as you're kind of doing the math in your head, and obviously something that we'll have to watch for.
I don't do a lot of math in my head, so I'm not going to have that issue.
Victor is the one who starts the math.
So it's on me.
Yeah, it's all on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Couple of cleanups at the bottom of a Minto's lineup there.
Yeah, and a couple of head pins on the Lumberjack sides. Kind of getting the junk out of the way first.
No, it is better.
Yeah, better place to put it, either right at the front or right at the end when it doesn't matter anymore. So. bit to the right there.
Might be a little nerves getting going. I know I'd be a little bit, even playing in the regular league. It's still, after all, a couple, 3 years in the league, it's still first ball on the lane. It's still a little nerve wracking, never mind in playoffs and stuff.
Yeah, especially in a one and done scenario like today for these guys, right? Like you got to come out and play. Puts a little bit of unnecessary pressure, but known pressure, I guess, so to speak, on yourself to come out and throw good balls right off the bat, right? You don't want to feel like you're the one who's holding things back,
letting the team down or whatever too, because of the team atmosphere of it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about this earlier about how the Lumberjacks were sort of playing that waiting game at the end of the season to see like where they were going to end up. So having a little bit of a break, right, as a team coming back now into playoffs when they're even higher than the regular season.
That's a great shot by Matt. Needed to get this team going.
Yeah, and he's done really well for them down at the bottom this year. He's played a lot of the matches there. I know he hasn't played all of them, but he's definitely played a good chunk of them. So don't have that stat up yet. The winning team up.
Oh.
Yeah. Break wasn't worth it for Lonnie.
No, I was just going to say a couple. He was anxious to get up in the lane. Get going. Let's.
The third three-pin in just over a frame.
That's a tough. It is tough to get your. When you're bowling in a full house full of people, it's easy to kind of, you've got the noise there, you've got everything going on. When it's just you, quiet on the lane, and you're hoping your teams, they don't know if they should talk, clap, cheer. They don't want to throw you off either. It's there's another 3-pin that would tell me that they're just a little bit gripping, trying to make the perfect shot instead of just rolling it out there.
Yeah, and that's just the anxiety of the moment, so to speak, right? So, like I said, they want to come out strong and get over.
Pin was standing up and fighting. He thought it was down.
Yeah, it's good slider, but yeah, that Velcro on the end there just pulled it up, right?
Super glued that one down just a little bit.
Yeah.
As the average pros would say, that's down.
Yeah, as you run across the screen saying it, right?
Yeah, that's down. That's right. That was a nice spare. Big half there.
Yeah, good important spare there. Keeping the black marks for yourself is going to be huge in this game. Whether it's going to be the strike or the spare. If you can't get the strike, well, get the spare, right? So that's all you can do sometimes. It's a better ball from Chantel.
Yeah.
Didn't quite finish though.
We have a comment here from Mr. Mitch Rio, who normally runs things on a Schwartz side. I'm taking his place today. Henry Victor, he thinks very highly of
Mitch.
guys, so.
Mitch. They were grasping for the bottom of the barrel when they asked me. Nobody else was. Everybody else has a life. Sunday afternoon at 3:00 Edmonton time. So it's a big spare by Chantel.
Yeah, good in par one there. Hey, I was the one who first filled the gap, so
Well, that's
I already knew my weekend was shot.
They knew you were the all-star, so they wanted you, and then they thought we better drag this cast down a little bit and get Henry on here.
Yeah, so Dallas is having a bit of a rough start here. Kind of makes me question what change they'll make here.
Would you find a pull early, like, because this is a one and done kind of game? It's not like you got a second game to kind of get your motivation going, kind of work things out and move on. One and done game. You got to make a pull early, I think. If a guy's struggling early, and even the head pin, he's leaving pins on the deck. I mean, there's not much you can do with the head pin as long as you're cleaning it up.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, like how long of a leash are you giving any of your players? Right, they don't have the time to work it out.
That's right. Yeah, and you've got. Sorry, I was going to say you've got both guys on the bench who are willing to come in, right? So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't expect much past the third frame.
I guess it would depend on what your opponent's doing too. If they're struggling a little bit, maybe you give him the extra frame to see if he can run something. But if your opponent's on fire and you're down 2 or 3 frames already,
Yeah.
you got to make that pull to try to.
Yeah.
There you go. Great ball for Matt there. Bounce back from that 8 in the first frame.
Yeah, Matt was able to throw 100 frames for these guys during the season. Nobody on the Lumberjacks was able to throw the full 120. Yeah, Matt averaging 275
Wow.
for the season. So really well for
Which
him.
Matt are we talking
Sorry, Matt Wallace, because that's who was just up.
about?
My apologies,
Matt Montgomery.
Matt
Pay
Leonard is
attention
now bowling. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was Matt Wallace, and I was like, well, let's make sure that we're talking about one.
Let's make the commentary true, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna fact check everything you said.
Wow,
Exactly.
Maria is going to fact check. I'm not fact checking you. Don't worry about it, Victor. You can say whatever you want. I'll believe you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make up fun facts, but everyone's saying.
Yeah.
Lonnie wastes no time jumping up on the lane. Much better.
Yeah, much better ball there for him. Looked a lot more controlled for sure.
Not a much better
Yeah,
ball.
good ball there
Fred.
from Fred. Yeah. Yeah, Fred averaging 275 this year as well. So or 274.7, so 275 technically.
Yeah, good fact check.
Yeah.
I was going to question, was it actually 275 or?
Sorry.
No.
Maybe I'll
No, it
just stop bringing stats up. Maybe that's
No,
what
I
mean.
love the stats. I think for some of the viewers too, they don't realize, like 275 in a one game, one off, you're on your lane by your, it's a very difficult situation to bowl high end like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very different scenarios for sure. When you're strictly on one lane, you're not bowling directly against the other team, so
Yeah.
you don't have the atmosphere there. You're creating your own atmosphere. You're creating your own
big
scenarios
It happens sometimes.
to make it work. So
I know one of the bowlers in the Edmonton area who, has made the open team quite frequently. He's a very good bowler, and he really struggled with this format and said he didn't like it because it's trying to get him self-motivated and stuff. He said it's just different. It's something that, a lot of these high-end bowlers aren't used to, right?
Yeah, you're used to the atmosphere, having your opponent there.
Oh, that's 3 in a row for Sylvain. And he didn't even look back at the bench. He's just going to get his ball and go right back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I know. We'll see what Dawn does here. Yeah,
Dawn
another
gets her
ball.
strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
she's
gotta-
got herself a triple to start.
Yeah, so you got to be wondering with that 3-hole spot in the Lumberjacks if we're going to
Yeah.
see change coming, especially.
I give him another ball because he
Yeah.
is on the middle. He gets that kind of a break, but he's not cleaning up. He's only taking 8 that last frame.
We know we can go on runs. We know we can throw big games, but in this situation, right, Dawn's up.
Yeah.
Where you
I think
gonna go?
Dallas was probably on a pretty short leash there, so that was a good ball for him too.
Yeah.
The first year in the league, Dallas, I gave him a nickname of AC/DC because of his hat. He just looked like Angus Young, so I was just like, he's AC/DC. I don't care what his name is.
How do they feel about that, though?
From that point on, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of nickname are we going to give you now?
Oh, I've got all kinds of them. Most of them we can't share on live stream, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so Jack with 3 open frames here. He's been averaging 271 for the Maniacs, basically bowling in that 5th spot
Well,
pretty much all year. So definitely doing what he knows he needs to. But yeah, you get into that question with Matt throwing a couple of black marks back to back. Heavy chop there. But him throwing a couple of good frames to get him started. How much room? It does come back to the question: how much room do you give these guys? Right? You got Michael Wiss sitting on the bench, who's available to go, and who else did they have? They had Krista. Was the other one that's available? Yeah. So 2 other really good bowlers that can definitely fill that spot and pull out what they need to.
Yeah,
As you
and
see
even
that.
even just changing the energy, right, in the lineup. If you have somebody, say, fine. 3-hole, if there's someone else who comes in, brings a totally different energy, right? And can get the team sort of a little bit more fired up and also come back into that match. Be a bit quick from Lonnie.
I was just going to say, just a little quick there on
Yeah.
that one.
I know he's speedy, but that was fast.
He's even quick for Lonnie.
Yeah, that's saying something.
Oh, good ball there from Fred. Yeah.
A good half.
Lonnie with the cover. Yeah, so you got the double there now from Fred at the top. Basically takes hold of that match for the short term. Got a bit of a lead there.
Yeah, certainly want to be building those marks heading into the half here, and we know nobody wants to feel like they're limping for
That's
that
right,
kind of break. That's never a nice feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of limping, we'll bring up that story later.
Oh, goodness. Oh God.
We need something for the second match, right?
Yeah, I don't want to blow all my good stories before the first commercial break.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour viewing.
We'll see what Dawn can do here if she can keep things going.
Yeah, Maria's just got the itchy finger, I bet.
Oh yeah, she looks. Oh,
Oh,
she was trying to will that over a little bit, or she thought it was good.
Yeah, we see Sly back with that strike on the middle and actually, carrying some pins.
Sly was listening. He's like, "Oh, I guess I only got one more ball."
Yeah. His audio's working now, just so we can hear.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Roasting him.
yeah. He figures if we're saying it, then maybe
It's true.
Maybe
Right.
it's happening on the other side. Maybe.
Yeah, another good one.
That's a good one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
During warm up, I like to listen to the commentating, of course, because we kind of set things up for the coach, and I enjoy listening to you guys talk while I'm in warm up, or if I'm not in, I'll put the headphones in and listen to the commentating. Just sometimes they see something a little, but maybe we don't, or just the commentating. I really enjoy it. I'd like to do one where I can bowl and listen to you at the same time, but I can't really concentrate anyway, so that'll probably work out for my advantage.
So now that we know that you listen to this in warm up, should we be like trash talking you? Like
Yes, for sure.
Not positive affirmations, negative affirmations.
Right?
For you.
That's two good. Two good shots by Dallas.
Yeah, back to back there for Dallas. Definitely turning things around there, especially with Matt doing his thing as well. He's got a triple up on his side. Yeah. Matt Leonard unfortunately with his punch there. Let's see if you can. Oh, I've seen it being spared on the other side. So.
And Jack knew his leash was really short too, so he was like, "I better throw a strike here." Decent frame for the Mintos. Just the one head pin in there.
Yep. Same for Lumberjacks as well. There's 4 strikes, 2 doubles working now for them, which is great. That one double on the Minto side.
Yeah, definitely going to see some pins change a little bit here. When you look at the true scores, they're probably about 30 pins different. So, but yeah, definitely a tight match so far, which is what we would expect coming into here.
Well, you're hoping, anyways. Oh, that was he got away with a little bit there.
Willed that over essentially.
Oof.
And Fred could not will the other 2 pin down.
Wanted that power chop, just couldn't get it. And a great cover for Lonnie there.
That was a really good spare. It is difficult, and I found a lot of times when you catch a break like that, and then you go and you miss that spare, it's deflating because the bowling gods gave you that one, and then you miss it anyways. Oh, that's nothing but a chop in the throat.
Yeah, it definitely feels worse when that happens. There's lots of that happening over in Panorama when we were down there for provincials. So
great ball.
Zach getting fired up.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Zach definitely brings is a lot of energy.
Tons.
A lot of energy from the team. So And then Dawn is very much the other way, where she's a lot more calm and collected. So it's high energy coming into her shot, and then comes back a little bit for Dallas to slow it back down again. But it's kind of how the bottom end of their lineup actually works. So
What a good push for Dawn.
good little break there.
And we see
Yeah,
Chantal getting another one, get that double working, heading into the break in that second spot, keeping up with Zach. I mean, they're all even, right? So
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want. It's no better place to be. Just restart it.
and Sly gets the push on his.
Yeah.
Oh,
oh,
Slight advantage to Sly here.
yeah, that brings them a little bit. Just brings him right back into the match.
yeah.
Yeah, it basically puts him a ball down no matter what. So
Yeah, definitely a nice feeling heading into that commercial break.
Right.
yeah, that's something you kind of expect for him, like just to make a little bit of a change to whether it's half a foot up, 6 inches up, is all the difference it makes sometimes, or 2 boards over. I don't know what the changes that he makes, right? And then suddenly everything starts to fly.
Yeah. A little quick from Matt there, looking to cover that to keep things working on the Lumberjack side. Dallas does.
Let's see if
Dallas is throwing bombs.
Yeah.
you got the jitters out. He's good to
Yeah.
go.
He got the ACDC vibe going, and just let's go.
He's like, let's rock up.
Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what these guys can do in the 5 spot here. Set themselves up hopefully pretty good going into 6. Oh, Jack just
A little bit of a
dropping a
misstep.
little bit. Yeah, almost looking back
Yeah.
like to see if he's getting a
Yeah,
change here.
I'm thinking no.
Oh,
Not yet, eh?
oh, great push from Matt.
Yeah, that was a very heavy shot from him.
And a good cover for
Jack with the spare. So all in all, things are looking really, really even. A couple of doubles both sides going into the break. See if the marks are gonna end up the same.
Oh,
Not
Ooh.
quite.
dang it.
Was trying to will that one there for
He
Yeah.
for
definitely
Matt, but
a little.
Dan's gonna knock
It's
it
almost a
over.
little tentative. Like he knows he really needs a spare. So
Yeah.
instead of just going up there and just throwing it, you're normal. You're just a little tentative. You're like, okay, I'm gonna place this in there and just get that.
yeah, and then finish doesn't quite get there or something like that.
No.
Right? And so yeah, ball just doesn't track the way it should. Just really wanting to make sure he gets this, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Full reset, taking your time.
he just went and did a shot before this shot, and then he's ready to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's way
Gotcha.
more aggressive, less tentative on that one.
Yeah, definitely. Well, with that, we head into a commercial break. A couple doubles working on the Lumberjack side with that one spare. Same thing over on the Maniacs, 2 doubles and those 2 spares. Certainly still really, really close. Lots of free bowling, people settling in. I'm sure the second half is going to be equally as exciting.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
And we're back.
Back again.
Time goes by fast.
It does if we're sitting here commentating, but if you're on the lanes waiting to bowl, it just seems to drag.
It takes forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
The commercial there, if you're looking for some 5-pin merch, reach out to Bradson Promotional. They've got some great stuff. I own 3 or 4 of the t-shirts, super comfortable. So
You sound like this is a paid sponsorship.
it was a paid sponsorship. I'll be expecting my check in the mail.
Okay.
Mr. Bradley.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And if you're looking for some custom jersey, Mark Johnstone, he does an amazing job. He does a ton. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly not the start Lonnie was looking for after the break, but Fred coming out with another strike to get things going on the Lumberjack side.
could tell by her Chantal's body language that she was off
Yeah.
a little bit when she let that one go.
He's like, that was not the ball I wanted to throw.
Damn it, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach kind of had the same reaction. Kind of
you'd see him
just held it long. It's like,
Zach doesn't hold it. He knows it's a good ball. He'll run back before that pin hits or the ball hits the arrow, and he knows it's good. But he's just like, hold it, come on, dang it.
Yeah.
It's funny. Most of us, when we let the ball go, know whether we threw a good ball or a bad ball before it even hits the arrows.
Yeah, that's right. Most of us are very, very aware of where that shot is.
The worst part is once you let it go and you know it's not going where you were wanting it to go, is now standing there waiting for it to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another good ball for
Slovene.
Sly.
That was a good non-pull by us by Slovene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing they didn't listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Right. But I did say I'd give him one more ball because he was hitting.
You did say that. That is true.
That is true. Yeah.
Or we were just giving him the kick in the butt that he needed.
It's true.
Yeah, we'll see what Don can do here to kind of answer and try and keep up, I guess, is really what the biggest thing is now.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, good push though.
She is throwing a very good ball. She hasn't missed by much when she's missed. The head pin left corner. You'd rather get that spare. The chop off's just a little heavy, but
yeah. Matt Wallace doing his thing, comes back with a great shot there for himself as well.
Yeah.
Oh, she really.
Yeah, she needs a good reset here. Just
Yeah.
on picking up some pins. Yeah, Mr. Leonard is not having the greatest time up there right now.
No, all over the middle, just not carrying.
Not
And-
enough side.
Yeah.
We had to notice that Christina's in for Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's too bad because really she hasn't thrown, other than that last one she just threw, she hasn't thrown a bad ball.
Yeah.
You know, the corner pin she missed, it was, you know, I mean, fractions of an inch. It's tough because you throw, you know, what you feel is 4 or 5 good balls in a row and you're pulped, like, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, in this case, you see Sly with that triple, you know, finding the side of the head pin, getting the momentum going on their side. And as we were saying, it's only
Right.
one game, right? Like,
And that's where
sucks.
you do look at the bowler you're bowling against, and he's
Yeah.
on a turkey and she's now open 3 in a row.
yeah. We've all been there. It's not a place we want to be, but it's about what's best for your team and getting those points.
Yeah, and I think the Minto just need to go and take a timeout, give each other a big hug in the back there before they start the 7th ranks. They're really close. You know, they've all hit the middle, but so far they've got nothing to show for it. So
I thought you were going to say they're really close, like emotionally, and that's why they should give a hug.
well,
And I was like, is that what the average
they are
pros
probably
do?
very close emotionally right now because they're all
Yeah.
super frustrated. But see if Jack can get something started here. There you go. Oh,
Yeah, it was definitely a better ball. They're looking to definitely at least get out with at least 1 mark here this frame.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fred was ready to go.
He was ready. He thought that
Okay,
was a good ball.
look
We all thought that was a strike.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Oh no.
Thought he had
So take a regroup. Maybe take a half a second here. Just
Group
you know,
hug.
I know a group hug. I know Lonnie's, you know, he's quick to get up and let's get going again. I'd just take a breather if I was a coach and say, look, it's 1 frame. We need to let that go. Let's start fresh now. We've got to finish this out. We've got to, you know, we're still in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 4 frames left, right? There's so
Right.
many sticks up there.
I don't think Lonnie's much of a hugger, so he probably skipped a group hug and he's just right up on the lane.
I mean, you never know.
Oh,
Oh!
he almost got that.
Even
I know
that
the
just
dude-
is enough.
I
to-
thought he had the 2 pin.
I did too, and then the 3
And it
fell.
was the
Gee.
3 fight came forward. That would have been huge.
that would have been a huge energy
Oh.
change.
And there's
Yeah. Fred gets roasted on that one.
that
5
would
missed.
have been
I mean, this match with Fred not covering that spare is within a ball essentially now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though Lonnie's been a little bit punchy here the last couple frames, he's still right in it.
There you go.
Agree.
Zach will get his
There
team
we
pumped
go.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, great ball there from him. You know, he only averaged 252 this year through his 105
Only
frames.
252.
Right.
Which, when you look at it, you know, you look at a lot of the
Same.
averages through the pro league. 250 is on the lower end,
Yeah.
and it's like when you look at that across any other tournament, that is extremely high,
Right.
and extremely, like it. I shouldn't say extremely. Extremely is the wrong word, but that's always, you know, at the upper echelon of where the breaks are at, right? If you're averaging 250 through almost any tournament, you're doing quite well.
Yeah, you're doing good. Most of the tournaments nowadays, though, 250 is not going to get you into the cut. I mean, you need to be 260 plus.
Yeah.
But yes, but 250 is that point where it's like, okay, all it takes is a couple of spares, and now you're at that 260.
It's 1
right?
frame. It's 2. Yeah, you're right. It's 1 frame,
So-
and it might be covering a corner that you missed, or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 1 less punch in a game. You know, those
Yeah.
kind of things are all it takes to break that difference if you're just in a 250 versus a 260, right? So when I say that 250 is kind of on the lower end during the pro league, it's like, It kind of is, and that's the
It
difference.
is kind of, yes.
Yeah. So, we say it's only 250, but that's
250 doesn't win you a lot of games in Pro League.
Yeah.
no, because you are bowling, the best of the areas,
Yeah.
right? There's a reason that everybody's put themselves on these teams. So,
I think at one point, the first 4 games Brandon bowled, he averaged 276 and took 0 points.
I was going to say,
That's it.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember
that was
seeing
so-
that stat. I was like, that's awful.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was really, it was anybody that threw a 400 was against him. And he's
Yeah.
shooting 3 pluses and still not doing it. But, I mean, that's what you want in this league.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly can't complain about throwing big games like that, but
It's a
kinda
big spare
brutal.
by Jack to, try to keep that momentum, try to get something going here.
Yeah, and it definitely big considering what the Lumberjacks have done. They've opened the first 3 frames of the 7th, so it brings that total actually pretty much back to even at this point, because you don't have a lot of marks counting left. Like Matt's is the last mark available to count anything on. So let's see what he can do here to help his team.
He
out.
needed that. That was a
Great
good
shot.
shot.
Yeah.
Now you got
Is there-
now your 3 setup frames. These are the 3 frames that kind of determine how you're going to finish out your day.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. You can kind of give the 8th a little bit of a break, but it still definitely makes a huge difference. You're looking at 135 max per person to run all that all the way through. So you're doubling your score if everybody can throw every strike.
Exactly.
So
that 9 and 10 really hurt our Pro League team this year. 9 and 10, we'd be bowling really great, but the first 3, look at Dawn. The first 3 frames, everything's rolling really good. She's feeling great. Makes a punch. It's okay. I'm gonna, throws another good ball, misses. The last 3 frames, if you finish the way she starts, you kind of forget that you didn't start great if you weren't playing well.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we see Max coming here for Matt Leonard to try and finish this out. I think Matt just kind of that frustration point of couldn't quite figure it out to make the change. So it's definitely still within the match, but you still want to make sure that you get your points for the team, right? So I know team total says a lot, but if you feel like you're not hitting your spots and there's other
Right.
people waiting, like you should try and get them in, right?
Yeah, and even if it's sort of an energy thing, I mean, having watched Max bowl many times for the past few years, we're definitely brings some different energy, right, into that position. So sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, Lonnie was nice and relaxed on that one. No huge energy coming off, just knowing he threw a good ball. And yeah, it's definitely paid off.
Right. Fred looking for another 2 pin to go down, and it didn't quite. I know in the 5th frame, he had this pretty much the same shot, and the 2 pins just.
Yeah. Another.
Zach is jacked. Let's call him Zach.
You'll have a name for everybody by the end of today.
Yeah,
I was gonna
much. Pretty much.
All
Zach
sort
is
of nicknames.
so fun to bowl a shift with because he carries that same energy while he's bowling a shift, and he's so good to bowl with. I find that he starts getting all jacked up. You can't help but to just like, I gotta go. Let's go.
Yeah, I kind of do the same thing, eh?
I'm not as good as Zach, so that's where the problem comes in, right? Or throw it as hard as Zach. Oh.
Sorry if you can hear my kids in the background.
We were going to complain, but we'll give you a break Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, they good ball there from Krista coming in. Just come in, cleaned up her the wood on the 6th, and then strike spare to get going here. It's kind of changed the momentum for sure for the Maniacs coming through. So good for her.
Sly's looking to switch things up here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dallas took the hat off.
I was just gonna say he took the hat off,
Just
but
noticed.
he had to change something up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna do is Michael coming in off the bench? He needs, they're
I was going to say, I think that was the ball that made the
Oh.
change.
A great push for Sly there.
Good shot from him.
get Michael a couple warm up balls, get him his feet moving. Hopefully he was warming up on the side. The advantage of pro league, you can warm up if you're not playing.
Yeah, staying as loose as possible. Obviously, not necessarily quality shots, but definitely just keeping motions going right. So.
Yeah, warm up in the game is totally two different mindsets. In warm up, I'm pretty much a 450 average bowler, but come the game starts, be lucky to hit the 250.
Good ball there from Jack.
Yeah.
Getting that corner to carry.
Oh.
Absolutely roasted on that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Matt's got himself a nice little triple there, which is always good to see. So right now he's kind of keeping that total up.
Yeah, so as a reminder for people about the weird predictive scoring that they have at Sadiki Paris, do we want to try and do a little bit of math here and figure out what's actually going on,
Yes.
especially as we head into the
Yes,
the end
Victor
of the
does.
game here?
Yes, Victor does.
We nominate
sure.
Victor.
I get nominated. Great. So basically, right now it's counting an extra 45 onto their total. It's double counting the second last or the existing mark. It's double counting. It's into the total, not into the individual match, but into the individual total. So just something to bear in mind. So really, you're looking at it would have been somewhere in that 9-10 range to the 876 that was currently showing, or in that range before Lonnie threw his strike. Now that everybody's throwing again, it's all throwing it off.
Yeah, now you're see, try to keep up.
Yeah, got to do better.
Oh,
Yeah, Zach just looking for a reset there. Chantal
Yeah.
with a great shot.
Zach got a little ahead of himself as he's letting that go. He's probably a little too jacked up.
Yeah, and that's sometimes hard to keep yourself in check at the same time, knowing that you got to stay slow and calm and collected, but knowing that if you get it, you're super happy.
Much better, yeah.
What a great
Threw
ball.
a great
Much
spare.
better.
Yeah.
Super spare.
Yeah. See what Sly does. Goes left side for that one. He gets it. Yeah, got the left pocket strike on that one.
Oh.
Krista with a little bit heavy, but gets away with the corner.
Yeah, and a great cover for Krista there.
So the Lumberjacks score, they've got 18-10 as a team, or is that a 1,000?
1,000.
That's 1045. is what the total is
1,800.
showing.
Yeah.
It's like 1,800. They haven't even thrown the
1,800.
ball into the 10th frame. Man,
Yeah.
they're doing really well.
Record scores over here.
Doing really well.
Doubling the Maniacs.
That may almost take the next gen down. Almost.
Yeah, 1,800. That's what you need. You heard it here first.
See how
Henry's
Michael
fast
throws
for
his
you.
first one. Oh,
Wow. A little bit,
Lots
little
of
bit
people
thinner
getting
than-
roasted here.
Yeah, it was a little bit thinner than what he probably wanted, but definitely a good shot for what he can do. Just needs to get the spare and see what he can do in 10 for team total there.
Right.
Yeah, these doubles are going to be huge here going through. Good shot there from him.
Yeah, certainly lots of marks working on both sides. Definitely what you want to see heading into that 10th frame. I mean, we know anything can happen.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, Jack needs to throw a good one here. Strike obviously is what you're looking for. Get the double on the bottom.
Yeah.
But even the spare will keep his match intact for the time being.
Get one more.
Oh,
Just not that
Get one more.
a little bit too heavy.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Unfortunate timing for sure. Going to force the rest of the team to really throw a strong 10 to make sure that total stays available for them, as we're basically looking at, if I can do my math, we're basically looking at 1030. 1030 is about where the Lumberjacks are at right now for total.
Good mathing.
To the 9.
Yeah, I'm going to fact check.
So, go for it.
Fact.
100%
No,
do
actually,
it.
I'm not doing that.
You're lucky, Victor. Neither one of us can add that fast, or we would have fact checked you.
I was like, I don't do math on the weekends. People know this.
You should have had the calculator out.
Yeah. It'd be an Excel sheet, would be the fastest actually, because you wouldn't have to redo it. You just update the total and it goes.
Oh, see,
That's actually, yeah.
This is why I'm not mapping.
Oh
my
Oh.
goodness.
This is not where you want that.
Certainly
It's a
not.
big half by Lonnie.
So yeah, Lonnie with the spare there takes that match.
I was gonna say I don't know if he knows until right now where they're like Fred just
Yeah,
threw aces
Yeah.
and 10 on a strike. Like, come on.
yeah, that's a tough one for sure.
I don't blame him, Fred. I'd step off too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
go for
tough
go
spot
for a
for
reset.
that.
Lonnie with a chance to add more 6 only gets an additional 5 there. So
If Fred can cover this off, at least try to keep the total.
yeah, minimize the damage on total for sure would be as best as you can get at this point.
Yeah, definitely a tough break for Fred there. Yeah, gets his 6.
Gets his cleanup though. Gets himself the nice 211. Not the way you want to do it though. Zach with a huge shot there.
That was my
Bouncing
bad.
back from that 3 spare.
Yeah, the spare was worth it at this point for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking at 267 is the magic number for Zach to get to.
Oh,
Until I
another-
said that.
he can try to add some total pins.
Yeah, he's looking at 255 max for himself. I can't do the math fast enough. We're looking at 4217. No, I can't do the math right. Math isn't right.
It's okay. Your kids are young.
My
in the
math isn't
background.
mathing.
We're gonna
but
give you that
217
one.
is the right number. So, yeah. Yeah, so 2-0 so far for the Maniacs. Trying to just keep legging out these matches here. Sly has a chance to even this up in the 8th frame with the strike here if he can get that first one. And then he will still have the ball advantage going into 9.
Oh
no. So Sly with the ability to throw a 291. And definitely take a lot of extra pins here. He got the first one for himself. That's huge. 252 max for Dawn. Sly currently sitting basically at 231. Obviously, balls to count. Everybody went quiet. You're all doing the math for me?
Yeah, we're listening to you. Your voice is so calming. I'm concentrating. I'm concentrating on bowling. I can't talk and concentrate.
We're just really stressed out right now.
Well, I was looking at actually the 1-0 Mental Maniacs, and I was like, she needs to change that to 2. She needs to change
I was. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to do everything in the back end all at once.
Right. Sorry.
posting?
I was supposed to help Victor out here, but I'm concentrating on I'm watching. I forget I'm live streaming. There's a big shot by Sly.
Yeah, great shot.
Sly
I
takes
forget
that
I'm live
one.
streaming, not just watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
No, Krista came in and played really well. Considering where she was at and how close that game was. Michael Wist was a big shot too. It's a big count on that spare.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, so unfortunately, just a couple of tough corners there for Krista coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the difference in that match there.
Yeah.
And where that ended up. So yeah, and Sly's just adding to the total here at this point. Extra 10 on the frame, sorry, I lied. Extra 15 on the frame from what Krista was able to do in her 10.
Yeah, and Sly
That one to
didn't miss the middle at all that
Nope.
game. Pretty much only punches or strikes, except for that chop off on the last ball.
Except for ball 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael can only get here to 241, so unfortunately that one already goes to Matt Wallace here. So it's 2-2 at this point. And we're definitely looking at what this last match is going to be because it's tight and it will for sure decide total.
Yeah.
That may actually have just been decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only add 45 to that, so that makes that 1190. And
is that where Lumberjacks are at 1196, or are they counting extra
that's
points?
the predictive 1196.
That's predictive.
So
my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hard
this is where the
enough to
fun
do
comes
math
in.
as it is, and then somebody's got to keep throwing other numbers in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, at least it's not 1800,
True, because it was 1800 a couple frames ago.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. It's back down.
Another great ball from Matt there.
Yeah, Matt's a little more relaxed. He knows he's got his match. He knows that total is pretty much wrapped up, and you can see he's just throwing now. He's just a little bit more relaxed.
Total at this point is it's done for sure. Just because with Jack missing there, probably already felt it and felt deflated as it was. So, Minto coming in. First playoff attempt in the 4 years in the league, so congrats to them on making it that far. Unfortunately not the result they were looking for today, but them coming in and still getting that opportunity is still huge for any team to be able to do. So
just falling a little bit short, but definitely a great effort from them and a great season to, as you say, make it into the playoffs after 4 seasons. So another good ball from
and the Lumberjacks. I know the first year they were in the league, they did struggle, and they were.
They're still pulling, Maria. You changed the screen.
Hey, nobody wants to watch us talking. What are you doing?
I didn't do that. I swear I didn't actually do it.
Definitely was you.
No, it was Henry. Henry did it. It was not me. I'm not even on that computer right now. I'm on the other one.
Nobody gives me that kind of power around here. Okay, so that definitely wasn't me.
Yeah.
But I know
I wasn't ready for that.
I know the Lumberjacks the first year in, they really struggled for a team. You look on paper, thought they could have really walked away with the whole thing. But I don't remember the second year. Did they make the playoffs? Or was this
is their second year, isn't it?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, Victor. I don't have the stats in front of me. I wasn't sure if the Lumberjacks had made the playoffs. Maybe they had.
Yeah, I know this was the first year they made the playoffs, though.
Oh, okay.
Because they were excited for it, and we were saying that was one of the good things. But yeah, you look at the total, 1247 to 1175. Tight match all the way through. It's basically the headpins that made the biggest difference in this game. lots of punches on both sides. So everybody's hitting the middle, just definitely not scoring when punching headpins. That's the kicker.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Just
and
wanted
they
to.
they also
sorry.
had Matt that threw that, the big game there, that, 303. Really, there wasn't anything else that was in the threes. And, for a pro league team, you're hoping that you get 2 or 3 guys running with 300s.
And we've definitely seen that time and time again, right? Some of those matches that you do have those huge games thrown against you, or both teams coming in really hot with things. So definitely great to see the Lumberjacks sort of move on to this second match here against the next gen, sort of dig that win out there. And unfortunate for Minto, with their season coming to a close. Just one thing, Henry, it was not you who did the weird screen thing. It was Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Blame Tyler.
He sent me a message. I was like, okay, I can blame Tyler. This is good. All right. Well, with that, we'll bring our coaches in really quickly here just for a little chat.
Yeah, so I got an update. It is their first year making the playoffs after their third year in the league. So congrats to you guys, Lumberjacks.
Thanks, guys.
Excited to see you guys come back here again very shortly to take on the next gen. Minto, how are you guys feeling? Obviously not what you wanted. You guys played okay, but just struggled a little bit there in the middle and didn't get the outcome. How are you guys feeling?
I mean, as good as you could. I suppose it's radio silence for my team right now. Everyone's a little, upset reasonably. So I think everybody made some mistakes through the matches. For the most part, we were all over the middle. There was some bad breaks. There was some deserved bad breaks as well. Some missed spares. So could we have been better? Obviously, yeah. Could we have been worse? I've seen it, yes. So, but to almost throw a 12, and just barely lose the match. 12-44 thrown against us. It's not a terrible outcome when you look at it match versus match, because then we didn't exactly run away with it. But when it's that close, it's a bit of a harder pill to swallow sometimes too. But congrats to the Lumberjacks. Obviously, you guys bowled a better game, and you guys have been in the season or in the league just as long as us. So it's kind of exciting to see us both break playoff monkey on our back and what we can do, I guess.
No, definitely. We're happy to be here too. Just making it here is a feat in itself, because we know how strong this league is, and obviously we knew coming up against you guys we were going to have a tough game. But obviously, that the breaks were on our side this time, more so than not. And obviously, good match to you guys as well. And congrats for making it this far.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So any plan on the Minto side? You guys going? I know you guys went to Boston Pizza already for lunch. You guys doing anything to sort of cap off the end of the season? Just kind of sitting in silence, letting everybody process everything that's gone on?
We'll probably sit and have a drink here at the alley, kind of give a bit more support to Minto Bowl as a sponsor as well for us. So they've been huge sponsors for us since the get-go. So gotta give a shout out to them as well. But probably never go to Boston Pizza again. Not a
Okay, noted. No Boston Pizza before bowling.
I'm the guy that runs it, so I shouldn't be saying that. But no, we've been doing the same trend all year. It's usually come here early, have a drink, throw our game, go to Boston Pizza. But I guess doing it in reverse didn't work this time.
Right.
All right. Well, with that, we'll see you guys back here next season, and Matt will chat with you in a few minutes here before you guys get on with things against the next gen.
Sounds good.
Good luck, Lumberjacks.
All right.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, well, we're back for the second sort of round of matches for today. So again, we had the Lumberjacks beating the Maniacs in that first match. Now they're going to be going on to play Next Gen in a best of two. Obviously, we have the total points counting for that one with a tiebreak as total.
Yeah,
we're going to bring our coaches in here.
I think the Lumberjacks are going to need to bowl a little bit better to play against Next Gen to get some points.
The 1800. That's what we're going to see.
Right, 1800.
Yeah,
they might win. They might
go.
win 1 or 2 points with that.
Yeah. Any sort of predictions for these next set of matches here? Like,
yeah, no, but you can get 5PL merch the 5-pin universe if you go there. How about that? That's my prediction.
Henry's just getting a check cut after this for saying all this over and over. Well, with that, we'll bring our coaches
I was
in.
gonna say other side.
Yeah. I'm not even wearing any 5PL things.
Wow.
Like, I need to be neutral. I don't want to wear team merch. I'm representing.
I am neutral. This team doesn't even play, so don't worry about it.
I need a sweater with literally every logo on it. I think that would
That's
be
a good
perfect.
idea.
Me
I know a
and
guy
Mitch
that can
and
get.
Carrie
I'm
should
sure
have
I know a
those.
guy that can make that for you.
Yeah, crazy. I know.
Okay, let's bring in the
Like
managers.
we can't get those. There we go. All right. Hello, Tyler. Welcome back, Matt. Tyler, how are things down where you guys are? I know it's really busy there with our technological Wi-Fi issues. How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling good. It is a packed house. We have YBC Nationals start tomorrow, so there's 100 kids here practicing right now.
Oh,
it's very loud, but I think it's just going to add to the energy, so it should be good.
Yeah, for sure. And Matt, how are you guys? Yeah, Matt, how are you guys feeling? Sort of heading into this second 2 matches here, knowing that you guys are definitely need to play well against Next Gen. You know, they've been so dominant in the Schwartz division. How are you guys feeling? Any sort of team chat, team huddle before you head into things here?
Yeah, so it's nothing really changes, whether it's regular season or playoffs for us. We just we prepare the same way, try to stay as consistent as possible with everything we do. And obviously, we're looking forward to this match. We know it's going to be a good match, and we're going to put our best foot forward.
And any changes to the lineup on your side, Matt?
Yeah. Small change. Or actually, we're going to end up starting what we finished, I guess, with. So it's going to end up being Fred Martin, Chantal Cyr, Sly Bercier, Matt Wallace, and Max Beauchamp. Bien. And on the bench, it's going to be myself, so Matt Leonard and Isabelle Saunier, and Max Lafreniere, but chances are he's not playing today. So, but yeah, he's going to be our manager today. So, yeah.
Great. And then Tyler, what about you guys on the next gen side?
Yeah, so we're gonna start with Jenna, and then Jeremy, and then Haley, myself in 4, and then Brad is anchor. We have Adam Weber and Cody Steer on the bench.
Great. Awesome. Well, best of luck. Looking forward to some great bowling these next 2 matches, and we'll chat with both of you after we're all set.
Sounds good.
Good luck.
Perfect.
Have a good
Awesome.
one.
Thanks, guys. All right. So just to run through our rosters again here, we have Next Gen joining us this match here. We have Brad Titgat, Jenna Lamoureux, Tyler Titgat, Cody Steer, Haley Cole, Jeremy Harasimchuk. Oh my gosh, I forgot from the last time I did this. Adam Weber, Harasimchuk, okay, and Des Titgat, and bowling out of Bonnie Doon. And then for the Lumberjacks, we have Sly Belsier, Max Safranyaev, Matt Leonard, Fred Maltais, Isabelle Saunier, Chantal Cyr, Matt Wallace, and then Maxime Beauchamp, again managed by Maxime Lafreniere, and they're bowling out of Sadaki Paris in Gatineau. And we'll...
Man, you even sound French. It sounded like you were saying the words properly because they were so French. You could just say them wrong and just join that Le Féminière, and they were just like, oh, that sounds right.
I mean, I try.
That's okay. When I was on with them, I usually had to do them. So
yeah.
Okay. So things might be a little bit blurry on the Next Gen side. I'm going to keep refreshing things, but that's just as a result of all of the YBC kids being there right now. I think we're going to try and...
You know, if they had a direct feed to their cameras like the average pros do, it'd probably be really clear. But, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Clearly, Jenna got a strike. No pun intended.
We can see from the scoreboard, which is, you know, great. But
and the fact that Jeremy's up already as well.
And clearly.
Strike.
I was going to say, I think that was a bounce back because I'm sure that there was a pin standing a little bit longer, but he had turned around knowing that it was going to kick back. So
we have a nice comment from Mitch. Welcome to the Screwing Up Jeremy's Name Club. I know Kayla corrected me last time I did this because I wasn't sure. So I'm sorry, Jeremy, that I said your name wrong probably again.
He's over it.
Yeah, I feel like he's used to it at this point. So
I think right now Fred's trying to wait out until the Next Gen is completely done before he throws the balls because he can't really see what they're doing.
What on earth is going on with the camera now?
I think somebody kicked the camera.
That definitely makes it harder to adjust.
Yeah.
Okay, tech support is, you know, trying to figure this out right now.
Don't worry, Victor and I will carry you this. You just worry about your tech.
Carry me? That sounds like I'm not very good.
No, we got you while you're working on your tech stuff.
Okay.
We'll do the chit-chatting.
You're like, your commentary is terrible. We need to carry you. Okay.
Not at all. Remember, we went radio silent earlier this day when, you know, Victor was doing all the chit-chat. Oh, there's not too bad.
Okay, we're going to hope
with a good
that
half.
this is... I'm trying not to bug Tyler too much via text.
No, you bug Tyler.
About everything? No, because I do that normally. I shouldn't do it.
We gotta give a little bit of advantage to the Lumberjacks. So if it means you bugging Tyler, just bug him away. Fred,
no, because nothing's. I don't know if he bowls with like a smartwatch on. Because I know for myself, if I like get messages when I'm bowling, it's really annoying.
Really, because I turned all my notifications on my smartwatch because it's usually turned on when I'm in the middle of delivery.
Oh, see, yeah. I feel like I should turn it off, but I'm paranoid I'm going to miss something really important. Because, you know, I'm clearly really,
In between frames, you know, you can check your watch after you finish throwing the bowling ball.
Hey, this is true. Sometimes I forget, though. I'm just so focused on bowling. I'm like, oh, guys.
True. Good cover
I missed
by
the most important call of my life.
Yeah, so Next Gen doing what they do. 4 marks on the board.
Next Gen doing Next Gen things.
Yeah. We look
those cameras are really clear.
Looking at how things are going. They're
Don't
bowling
talk
on,
about it. Knock on wood. The cameras stay like this.
bowling on lane 46 at Bonnie Doon. Down
Yeah,
in
in
the
the
corner.
back corner
Hey,
of the house is probably the worst
wh-
Wi-Fi in the whole building.
Yeah. But the furthest away from all of the screaming children.
True.
At least knowing they're YBC bowlers, they aren't going to, just like run across a lane or something. Like, they have issues with it. Nebs with the mayhem. So we're good.
Party. Yeah.
Yeah, just a birthday party.
But Nebs is such a fun house to bowl in.
I mean,
I've
the
got
one
the-
time I bowled at Nebs, it was awful. But that was
Oh.
10 years ago at YBC Provincials. So
I've got to bowl there twice in the last 3 years.
Mine
and
was 10 years ago too.
Oh, look at you two.
not
Mind you,
at YBC Provincials.
No, not at
Wow, yes
YBC.
to
No.
me.
Mine was open
10
nationals,
years
so
ago.
that was
Jeez.
Yeah.
a little bit different. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think my
mine-
kids could have bowled YBC 10 years ago. Nope, he couldn't. He was too old.
He's too old too. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so Chantel and Sly both coming out with marks here to start. So
Yeah. A little bit skinny for Matt there.
yeah, see how these guys do, and just a reminder again, obviously the totals that you're looking at, predictive text, or said it again, predictive scoring,
Predictive text.
predictive.
Big names, guys.
It is a
deja
text
vu.
going up there that is different.
This is true.
It does have predictive scoring on the Lumberjack side, so it is counting, in theory, your next ball as well. So bearing that in mind. So as you can see with spares, it's counting an extra 10. Strikes, it's basically just doubling it. So bear that in mind as you're looking at those totals. So if they make me do it again, I'll have to be extra mathy
Well,
at the back end.
You have to do it one more time because they play at least one more game.
That's right.
This is a 2-game match. Around the same way we do rest of the pro league. 1 point for a win. Team total gets 3 points, and then they'll run it back one more time. If there's a tie, then does it go to total pinfall?
Yeah, it goes to total pinfall. Yeah.
Right. In case we have some new viewers.
Yeah, obviously not. We don't talk playoffs every week, so yeah, obviously a little bit of a change than normal. So we'll see see how things continue to play out here. Jenna with a nice double to get started here. She's headed off to nationals as part of the Edmonton ladies team from Alberta. So she'll get to go have some fun in a couple of weeks here out in Regina.
Yep. It would be amazing to have Adam Weber on our bench. It's quite the bench player, I would say, don't you think?
Yep, definitely helpful.
Bench warmer, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is actually quite supportive. Even though he may not be actively playing, he is very supportive on the bench as well. So, definitely nice having a guy like that to definitely back you up. Whether it's
definitely
on
all you can
lanes
ask
or,
for.
Oh,
exactly.
if you're playing and you're struggling even a little bit, you're not worried about who's coming in. If Adam's coming in for you, one of the best 5-pin bowlers across Canada. Like,
You're certainly, a little bit of comfort knowing that you have such strong bench players to come in and pick you up when you need it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So certainly not the start Chantal was looking for, especially with Jeremy coming out of the gun strong with that double.
yeah, you can't win the whole game in one frame. So you kind of just got to let it go. Yeah. We're going to move on to the next one. I mean, obviously a little bit more of a count on her strike would have been, beneficial even if she didn't get the spare, but
Brad checking
And
to see if
just
the
a little-
score is working proper today.
So the score is not working properly. Tyler just sent me a message that they forgot to turn on the feature that adds the scores. So you see the bowlers only have the points that they've already received.
Yes.
Because that's not normally how it's like.
No, they didn't turn on the team scoring format. So
Yeah.
This may get a little bit of fun here.
Yeah, get your calculator, get your spreadsheet out there. Isn't that what you need?
Yeah.
That's
Let's code a spreadsheet. Let's get it going right now.
Well, you know what? I do actually. The funny thing is, I actually do have a score sheet,
Of course
like
you
an
do.
actual true score sheet that I could be running if I wanted to, and
Yeah.
it would be the same thing as what Pinsanity runs,
Yeah.
because that's what they do.
Okay, well then
So-
that sounds like there's no excuse.
Marie,
that's
I
right.
agree with you, Marie. I don't know what's taking so long.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I have to.
You got to talk and keep score.
Yeah, that's
there's
right.
a nice big shot.
Yeah, a great ball for Matt there.
My job is to sit here and enjoy this Coors Light.
And also talk.
I was gonna say crack.
Remember that you're not just watching. You were.
Oh, right, and talk. I'm good at talking
Yeah.
most of the time, you guys.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really concentrating, it's hard to talk and concentrate.
Talk and contact.
Oh, there's a good shot.
That
Great
sounds
ball there
like
for Max.
Max is pumped up.
walk and chew gum or something at the same
Yeah,
time.
no.
I can
that's not
concentrate and
possible.
talk.
Mm. Fred's up first this time.
Yeah,
Maybe he got
it's
tired of
easier this
waiting.
one.
Last time he really paced himself, and I don't think it helped the rest of the. Well, I guess the rest of the team it did help.
But yeah, watching Next Gen do what they do, going up and just throwing bombs.
Mm-hmm.
They, pace of play is definitely a little bit different here for sure. So, Jenna, that's their first punch on that side. First punch of the match, actually, on both sides.
I was just gonna say,
waiting for one more.
I was
Yeah.
like, Fred is on a second ball, so it doesn't count.
Good
Cleaned up the
stick
sticks.
Fred there.
Yep.
Open 10 score sheets right now. Yeah.
Jeremy turns and walks it off
Yeah.
before he
Just
even
walking
lets it
away.
go. Just walk away.
Yeah, that was a strike. I know. I'm done.
Chantel needs a good shot here. Go carry it.
Good
I was gonna
push.
say
but-
that was a much better ball from her, though.
Mhm.
Great ball from Haley.
Big
As we
smile on
would-
her face.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
because she knew she missed the first one and was like, "Good call on your spare."
Yeah.
That was a good spare for Chantel to try to keep up a little bit.
Yeah, at least keeping the marks there is going to make a difference there. And that one, just trying to keep something going.
Yeah, Tyler
was
off
fancy
balance,
feet.
doing
Yeah.
the yep. Fancy
Little
feet.
kick. Dance move at the line. If it
What do
works,
they
it
call what do they call that in ballet when they like
The
bow like
curtsy?
that? Yeah, the curtsy. That's what it was. Thanks, buddy.
Curtsy.
Little curtsy.
bowing to the queen, actually. The king, sorry.
The king on the bench. Adam, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, definitely, of course. King Adam, yeah.
Bradley threw a
Yeah, ho hum ball.
ho hum ball. Well, I mean, it's funny. Tyler's a little off balance, fancy feet, gets a strike. Brad throws a ho hum ball, gets a strike. Matt needs to cover this. My segue into my next story, they're limping into the fourth frame. I made fun of somebody. Did you know you could break your tailbone at bowling?
Oh, is this from the IP?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that video is very
Right.
fun.
It's circulating. So because I like to make fun of people, I said to this said person, I don't know how you broke your tailbone with all that padding.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Well, because this is what I do. And then, haha, you're right. So 2 days after I said that, I was walking and rolled my ankle on a curb. And I have a fractured ankle with a grade 2 strain. I'm glad we're not bowling anytime soon because I can't walk on it.
Oh my goodness.
That's karma for you, right?
Karma's
so yeah,
gonna get you.
I am definitely limping like the Lumberjacks. We got to pick this up.
Yeah, we never like to see teams sort of limping into the commercial break at the half. The Lumberjacks should definitely be looking to get some marks going here to keep pace with next gen. Yeah, and a good cover for
Good spare there.
Good spare.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I'm sorry I said you had extra padding. Does that help bring the universe back to normal for me?
I mean, I think rolling your ankle on a curb brings the universe back into
I did black out 3 times. That's how painful it was.
Oh my, wow.
Oh, Jenna.
Ooh, Fred.
Oh, Fred.
That's our commentary.
Anybody else?
Hopefully not.
And we have a change coming in here. We have Matt Leonard coming in for Fred in that leadoff position.
Oh, that's a quick change. That's also, looking over at Jenna. She's opened twice. Just try to swing some momentum. Maybe try to gain control of a match.
Yeah. Do what you can. Get the energy. Sort of
Jeremy with the head sway. Didn't think he had it. Got it. Strike.
Yeah.
There's our first ham bone of the day.
Is it really?
It is.
It is.
Wow.
Maria wasn't even ready for it. That's how bad.
Maria.
No, I wasn't.
That's how fun it has been. I shouldn't say that. That's the way it's been going today. Oh, that was a nasty 3-pin there for Haley.
I thought I was going to kick back the head pin. Like, that's a really bad way to go score.
Chantel definitely needs a strike right here.
Yeah.
Haley pulling a Henry and throwing it through the hole.
It's a different play for her. Makes it easier to count totals though, because at least those frames are true. So.
Fair. Oh,
that's a tough corner.
I think someone should just mark that as down.
You need to run through
the
the screen.
Somebody should put them down.
Just mark it as down. Just give it to her. It was pretty much down. See, then Tyler got his to fall down.
I heard that very wrong, and I thought you said someone should put them down. It's like, God.
Just keep typing. Just keep typing, Maria. Don't worry about Victor and I over here.
Escalated very, very quickly.
Sly trying to keep some momentum going here. Yeah. Oh, that looked good. Oh, Sly.
Brad gets his to go for his strike. He's got a nice double there.
Yeah, it's tough when bowling next gen. You don't have you can't give them too many frames. Like you can have a slip up, but you can't have too many with next gen. They just seem to just thrive on you missing or making a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the kicker, is they're not going to make many mistakes, right?
Right.
You give
Right
them an
now, they're sitting at 515 right now for team total in the fourth frame, and that's very indicative of what they're going to do on a regular basis. It's not about what you're going to, or it's not what they make everybody throw to them.
Right.
I think is the right way to say that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you give them an inch and we'll definitely take a mile.
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
They are good at capitalizing on things there. We see
Oh,
Tony and Adam warming up
Matt.
on the next set.
Yeah, they're over there warming up, throwing some balls, getting loose.
Yeah, may as well. That's the nice thing again about this league, that you're not necessarily going in cold right off the bench,
Mm-hmm.
like say in the open. So.
Yeah, I think maybe if Lumberjacks are listening, they should just go for a big group hug here, regroup, and it's hard to say don't worry about what next gen's doing, but you really kind of got to focus on yourself. It's the only way it doesn't matter what the other team's doing if you're not throwing strikes.
That's right. Yeah.
Let's see if he can. Max can throw a good shot here and get them kick-started into 5. And
Yeah, hope for a good reset here is what you're looking for, right? So.
oh,
Wow.
Max.
Well, I won't have to do any funky math on this frame.
I wish I had another story to tell, but I'm running out.
Yeah, this is not the easiest frame for sure.
No.
Whether you're the Lumberjacks or it doesn't matter who you are, this is a very rough frame to.
4 out of 5 head pins, and then the second shot, she get tapped. Chantal gets tapped for the corner pin that could have, should have, would have been.
Yeah.
For the spare, just need to do a quick check, group hug, and let's go. We're not out of it yet.
Yeah, right now down 112, 403 to 515 is where next gen currently sits before they throw the next ball.
Yeah.
So definitely looking to see what the Lumberjacks really can do going into the break here. Set themselves up, get a good reset, take those 3.5 minutes to kind of get your head back to where you want it to be, right? So
There you go. That's a good start.
It's a good way to start it there for Matt.
Jenna again with another unfortunate punch.
Chantal with a good shot. There we go. There's a couple
Great
good
ball.
shots for the Lumberjacks. Had that trickle down and slide.
Let's see, Jeremy here. I'm going to get to use another one of my little stickers.
Watch his body language, and he knew.
Knew immediately. So that's a Yahtzee. Them there. It's not a
There you
Calgary
go.
thing,
Good
so I
for-
won't do the Calgary thing.
We've got Adam in here for Haley.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Was the swap here?
Well, I was wondering about Jenna, her third punch. I was going to say, hey, is that maybe time to make a move? Adam doing Adam things.
King comes in and
Oh,
like, bow down. Okay, guys, got to strike. One ball. That's all I need. Another great ball for Matt there. Definitely the Lumberjack. Maybe they did have a little group hug.
I think they did. Clearly, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, something definitely is working in their favor right now, so that's great. Ty with his second miss of the game here.
Ty with the headphone in. I'm wondering if he's listening to us. I don't think
No,
so.
Tyler doesn't. There you go.
I was like,
I I think he has Dez in his ear.
That would make sense because she's
Hmm.
not, but I don't think this weekend.
That's a great frame for Lumberjacks going into the break. They had a really rough one the game frame before. They obviously had a group hug. Come in with strikes, get them going into the. Oh, at least make next gen think a little bit.
Yeah.
You're not going to put too much pressure on them, but at least makes them go okay.
We know
Yeah.
every player in this league can come out and throw the big shots when they need to, and can definitely go on runs. So, again, just putting a little thought in the back of their minds.
Yep.
Coming back and
Perfect.
looking good heading into the break. Maybe they're gonna have a 3-minute group hug. Who knows?
Maybe they already had it.
Yeah. Who knows?
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see them back here shortly.
I'm gonna go hug.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
And we are back. So if we look at where totals are actually sitting without predictive scores, Lumberjacks 474 is where they currently are at. Next Gen, with their totals actually being counted, are at 668. So definitely a bit of a spread here, starting to definitely show up. Good chunk of that match is in Jeremy's hands. As well as just
Brad's
in general. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Brad's on a turkey on the bottom, so let's see if there you go. Let's see if the Lumberjacks can make a game out of this and continue pushing through.
That's right. Yeah. Obviously have two matches to play with, but don't want to be too far behind.
Right.
In the
Right.
total
So
in
even
the point
if,
spread, right? So
even if they can get a couple points here and make it a little bit more Jeremy.
Wow.
Is that I'm pretty sure that's a foul. That's a foul. I'm calling it foul. The Next Gen, they are the Lumberjacks are just right now. Let's try to keep a couple matches close, get a couple free. They can muster up 3 points, couple points. you never know what happens in another game, right? They still got another game. Well, we seen it, last week or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Don't make anything easy.
No, and Adam with that split there, that kind of gives Sly a bit of hope still that that game is still going to be close. I know over the years they've had their share of battles, so get to see who comes out victorious here.
Yeah.
A good tangle there from Matt, so I'm just waiting for that one to clear. I got somebody down there now, so
See some legs moving, so we know it's.
Yeah.
Adam cleaning up his wood. Didn't count as 2-pin though.
There
There
it
it goes.
And the next gen's camera is really clear now, so I don't know, whatever technicality they were having in the beginning sure cleared it up.
I was gonna
Unless
say,
it's all you, Maria. That was all you. Credit
yeah,
to
it was
you.
all me. I, waved my magic wand
And it worked.
gave them better internet access, clearly. No, I was like, let's not jinx it. Like, knock on wood that it.
Oh.
And we have a substitution coming in here. We have Isabel coming in for Chantal.
At that point, you're just trying to get as many points as you can in that second spot. Jeremy's. Oh, and Tyler gets his to fall. Jeremy is, he's rolling really well, so you're just trying to keep up. Did you get the 6-pack? Because I wasn't sure. We were watching
I
Jeremy.
did.
Oh,
Yeah, it was there as you were trying to call a foul on him.
Yeah. You were talking about fouls. I was just like,
see,
oh,
I wasn't paying attention. I can't do two things at once. I was talking. That's why I couldn't focus. Brad. Oh, he gets tapped there.
Little leg kick. Didn't quite will that 2-pin over.
No. Looked like he was throwing a laser beam there.
Yeah. Courtesy to the king again.
See if Sly can keep going. There we go. Good shot by Sly.
Good ball from him.
Big half, and it counted this time.
Yeah. First time. So
Yep.
it's always a good bonus when score is actually.
You don't have to
recording
score
things.
correct it for a right score.
Yeah, 819 currently for next gen is their accurate total.
Oh.
Ooh.
Just hoping for Lumberjacks to just, for them just to keep it close. It just makes it more interesting to watch also. Really, out of their last, 3 frames, it's either a head pins or strike other than Chantal's 1 frame.
Yeah.
It's not missing by much. Lumberjacks know they have to throw strikes too. So, they might be just a little squeezing it just a little bit, trying to give it a little bit more bump at the line. Anything just throws that rotation, 1 extra rotation. Missing your spot by a quarter inch.
Yeah, that half board, quarter board can make a big difference at the far end, right? So
yeah. That looks good there. Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, just a little thinner, I think, than what he thought it was going to end up. So, but still a good hit.
Covered off. They gained a little bit.
Yeah, just jump on the spare there.
Well, they're even technically with next gen for that frame, other than Jeremy. But Sly and Fred both doubled up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, good spare. Yeah, so 819 to 586 is where totals are currently showing. provided my math is not incorrect, which it is.
I am not going to fact check you. That is somebody
Yeah.
else's job.
Yeah, I had missed one of the score updates, so I apologize. So 819 to 610 is where it currently is.
Looks like Jen is back on her.
Yeah. Back on the side.
Yeah, made a double sandwich head pin, a double head pin sandwich. Oh,
Matt
seems
just
like
punches
a-
it straight back.
Jeremy's just drinking martinis.
I'm right on it.
Got the 007 martini up there.
I haven't stopped talking for half a second so I could concentrate, see if the martinis came up.
Yeah. I had my it was like trigger finger was like ready. I was like, okay, we're good to go. I'm not gonna miss this.
Yeah, it's a tough frame there for Matt as well.
Yeah.
9.
Isabella needs to throw a strikeout here, try to just get something going for the rest of the team.
Yeah, just missing there.
That looked like it had
Has to
some.
go.
He threw. It looked like he threw that a little bit harder than normal. I don't know if that was just me. Just the ball seemed to be moving.
Yeah, might have had a little more aggression behind it.
Yeah.
Just enough to get the rotation out to where it needed to be. So good spare there though for Isa.
Next gen just does not give you any breaks. Like you need to be.
You gotta be on your A game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that head pin moved funny. He was obviously on the high side of it there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of threw it straight back and put enough deflection to at least get the chop out of it. So good on him. Brad with the spare, flinging pins around.
Oh.
$952 for next gen after 7 frames.
Wow. And they're all on 2 couple doubles and all marks.
Yeah. And that's what we've come to expect from next gen, especially this year, but definitely over the last 4 years. They've been a team from the start, and this has been their track record.
Yeah,
they're gonna come out and throw.
You got to throw a good game. You can't let up. You can't. Unfortunately for them, you can't have those off frames. You need to pick up every pin. You need to, if you are missing. So maybe Lumberjacks. There's still some frames up here. We can see if we can muster out a point or 2 points or try to. I mean, you're obviously trying to chase total right now, but you're just trying to get a point or 2 here, start the next game, and hopefully you can bring some. We all know these guys can throw. Sorry.
No, we know they can throw.
There you
And
go.
we've seen some excitement. I mean, that Roses Mayhem matchup in the Cargill side on Wednesday this past week. I mean, it was half a point that determined that, right? And I mean, it was a huge swing one way and then the other way.
A huge swing the next way.
That's
So
right. Yeah, 728 currently for the Lumberjacks after the 7. Like I said, 952 for next gen. So let's see how these guys could do. Going 8, 9, 10 here. Almost the same timing almost.
and one results and
Different results though.
and we say, "Oh, Matt." Nice shot by Jenna.
Yeah, good
definitely
strike for
classified
her.
as a head now, which is great.
Yeah, I think
Jeremy's just
being Jeremy right now.
being Jeremy. Yeah.
I've seen him do this a fair enough.
You know,
Fair amount of times, I think.
It's
Jeremy just
funny
being Jeremy.
if you don't know Jeremy, you just don't realize how good he is until you sit and you watch him in a league. He's just ridiculously good, but he's just not. I don't know. He's not loud and obnoxious like some of us bowlers. I said us.
We won't name any names, but
Yeah.
unfortunate punch for Adam there.
Did he get the kickback for the 2? I didn't see it.
I think he did.
Must have.
I was gonna say, I mean, the head pin was deflecting over that way, so.
Oh, bounce on the back of the lane for the spare. I don't know. Maybe Lumberjacks need a group hug every frame at the end of every frame because it worked after for 4.
That's your great coaching advice. It's free, simple. For more coaching tips, you have to pay for that.
Yeah. Group hugs fix everything.
Yeah, there you go.
That's Henry's solution. Yeah.
If I said that in the workplace, they'd be like, "What on earth? You need to."
Yeah.
I think my workplace would probably be the same, but I bet you I could get them all to give me a group hug. And I'm on a construction site, so you could imagine.
That's funny.
Not a normal result for Ty there.
No.
With the miss and then the punch out.
A matching 7 for Sly to go along with Adam 7 in that 8th frame as well.
Still keeps Sly in control of that match.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, he's up a ball for sure.
Yeah, not in control the way he would like to be, certainly.
No, definitely not.
That's right.
But still in control, right?
Yeah, and all the rest are just trying to put some points on the board is really where they're at.
Right.
So yeah, so Sly keeps things even at least with Adam there. So didn't lose any pins.
Nope.
Brad does
almost
does the same as Ty. Almost.
Yeah.
I shouldn't speak before everything stops moving. It's like the candlepin shot. Can't do anything until everything settles. So
yeah,
that helps bring that match a little bit closer with Ty.
Yeah, that'll definitely
certainly
definitely starts to make a difference.
That's a rare 3 open frame for next gen. So, Lumberjacks got to make them, fortunately, the top 3 open too.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're doubles on the top there for next gen. Really going to keep that total pushing forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for Max there with the miss. So he's looking to get that spare, but claw a little bit back there from Brad if he can do that. And Max is still throwing a pretty solid game, just getting out pushed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately this 8th frame was not very helpful. Every 4 frames for Lumberjacks just has not been looking pretty.
Right. And that's a frame that, like even next gen, faltered, even though they've got doubles up on the top. I call that a little bit of a slip because, there'd be at least another mark in there and they didn't gain any ground.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at 11-14 right now for next gen with where totals are sitting to 831 here for the Lumberjacks. So definitely, unfortunately, that lead is definitely slipping is gaining for next gen.
Campbell
Oh man, you're good.
You're on that one.
You were on it.
See, I'm not going to be caught slacking. Anymore.
I got you once, and that was it.
No, yeah.
That was it.
Nobody's ever going to accuse you of slacking. Okay.
I mean, deaf people definitely do, but
Jeremy throws another nuke. Oh,
Yeah, there's a turducken.
what is that? A turkey?
Turducken.
I mean, it looks really weird. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I haven't
never
been on
actually-
enough. I don't get to see a lot of these.
I don't know if I like that. Weird.
Yeah, we need to change that. We'll change our own.
Yeah, we're gonna make our own.
Yeah.
I think I should make. I was gonna say, Victor, I know you saw them at Open Provincials with the little heads that everyone had from Calgary. I was like, I think I should make stickers for everyone.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I got a kick out of Colin's. Colin's face was a good one.
No, let's not bring that up. He'll actually. I thought I was being really nice. I was like, this is such a good action shot. And everyone was like, no, it's not.
Stickers are the best.
I don't. Henry doesn't even know
I have
what
to
we're
be
talking
honest.
about.
Stacy's was good too. I know she got a laugh out of it at least, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's all I aim to do.
We love stickers.
I mean, we love stickers. It sounds like we're in a preschool classroom.
Yeah, we are. Hey,
We love stickers,
I'm
guys.
talking about my bowling
good
team.
ball
We
there
are pretty
for
much a
Bruce
preschool
Adele.
bowling team. Next gen doing next gen things, right? They have a half a frame off, and they know they're going to get right back on it.
Definitely don't want to be letting up now, especially looking ahead, being in a great position going into that second match, right? So
Yeah, doing what they need to do. 12 and a half after 9 frames.
Great shot by Sly.
With everybody on strikes, that's an easy 1450. No questions asked.
Yeah.
So
we'll see if Matt can give us another one here. Keep things going on the Lumberjack side.
Yeah.
I mean, even though they're down, right, they'll be looking to build a little bit of momentum heading into the 10th frame and going into the next match, knowing that we've seen it before. We know that things can go one way and then go the other way the next match. So
that's right. Yeah, and with that strike there for Matt, that actually pulls him, even with Ty at this point, with the advantage actually in his hands because he does have the extra ball counting.
that's a double, yeah.
So that's kind of a really good silver lining that you can pull from this. Right now, they're definitely sitting 7-1 on the next gen side, but it could very easily flip 6-2. And again, with Max throwing that one there, that actually puts a little bit of extra pressure in for that match too. It's a little bit closer than what it looks. 936 is where totals are currently showing for the Lumberjacks to like I said, 1250, 1249 is where it actually sits. So we know total is kind of out of reach. Obviously everybody still has to throw their 10th frame, but looking at individual matches here, and both throwing strikes there. So yeah, it's looking fun.
That's 5 in a row.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, there's the Yahtzee.
the Yahtzee is I'm there, I'm ready. But now I gotta focus on our points now, so
Oh, right.
Yeah, she's got to bring up an extra graphic piece here.
Right.
Okay, I gotta-
Sorry. My bad.
Got to hit the enable button. So
Well, no, I actually have to type them too.
well, yeah, that's true. But yes,
Doesn't feel predictive.
that was a good explosive shot. But
There you go.
It's like, that was.
yeah,
That's a good idea. I should get another beer. That's a sign. Somebody was sending me a sign that I should have another beer.
As long
5
as it's one of
o'clock.
the 5 Universe beers, then okay.
I haven't seen those for a little bit, but they were really good when they were out.
the Bruniverse, yeah.
Gotta be the spokesperson, bring them back.
So definitely a rough game there for the Fred Matt combination. Jenna obviously
No
finding
martini
the
for Jenna.
finding it
So that
after
was-
her triple headpins.
Yeah.
So certainly a great game for her. I mean, looking at that third, fourth, and fifth frames, those head pins, didn't miss the middle at all, and definitely came back to put together a great game there.
Yeah, and for her to,
and Jeremy throws another one. Oh,
there's
let's go. Let's
10
go.
there.
Unreal.
So I don't know if it was mentioned or if anybody's thrown it out there, but
don't say anything.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we almost get in trouble for not mentioning anything.
We were totally ignoring it, and it was working.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Right? Thanks, Maria. I'm glad you got me. Victor.
Got you. We're good.
Victor.
Yeah.
Victor.
I was gonna say a few more pins.
Everybody.
Well,
please know
we
that
could have
Oh
had
my
2
God.
this year, so I am sorry, Jeremy. I will take the blame for that.
What a great game by Jeremy.
Yeah,
great game.
It was a golf
great
clap.
game.
Good job, Jeremy. 427.
427
And
is
if
a
you're-
weird score, but
And if you're a car guy, that 427 is a good motor. Just saying.
Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate it.
Ah.
Appreciate the support.
Mitch, there's no support.
I love the comment from your wife. Just sad face.
Kayla, we're trying, and
Disappointed.
this is all Victor. We're gonna mute him next game. Don't worry about it.
It is. It's all me.
Because, damn it. Well, back to the match. So Slovene doubled up, which I think just gave him
Yeah,
their
especially
1 point.
Adam's punch there.
Yeah, gave the one there. Everybody's too busy getting mad at me and not watching the game. Way to go, guys.
Well,
Talking to the universe in general here. Yeah, Sly just doing what he can here.
yeah. Gain as many pins. I mean, total also counts. So you want to, try to rally up as many. It may come down to team total with that, Jeremy's huge game and Jenna.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can't fault somebody. Can't fault a team when they throw like 750 in 2 players, right? So
It's a little tough to.
yeah, a little bit tougher to bounce back from, that's for sure.
Probably would have been, almost like a 775 if somebody hadn't been,
Yeah.
You know
But we
what?
won't,
You can
we're
blame me
not
as
gonna
much
get
as me,
into
but
that.
I am not the one throwing the ball. I did not throw the ball, so you
Mhm.
cannot blame me.
No, I just did.
Yeah, commentators curse is real.
That's
The
a
only
real
way I
thing.
brought it up, me and Henry do. Don't say anything. We just ignore what's happening until the last ball is thrown.
Right?
Another-
Tie with a tough miss there.
Uncharacteristic miss to the right for Ty.
That's 4 misses on the side. I don't know if Ty's missed
Yeah.
that many times on the middle in one game this year.
I've not seen that in a very long time.
Ooh. And then to throw the 3-pin after.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he did
Safe.
secure that match with the chop off
Oh, he
there.
did.
Unfortunately with Matt's chop there. So it looks like we're still looking at the 7-1 here. For next gen. For those who can play math, we're at 1470, looking for a 1500.
Yeah.
And that will do it.
Just a ho hum 1500, eh?
Yeah.
Normal day at the office.
Yeah. And when you've got the brothers, Tyler and Brad, both averaging 300 on the team. Definitely a ho hum day for them.
Well, technically Ty is under average, so
yes, that's right.
there is
Brad?
that.
Yeah, and Brad's fighting for his average, so
He is.
but yes. Yeah, Jeremy bringing his average up.
I'm
Just a little
hoping. I'm hoping.
Breaking it down, actually.
Right? Well, he would have been a lot higher if somebody didn't say
Yeah.
anything, but we won't-
Name.
and Brad makes average.
Yeah, 319.
1535. Well, if you think of it, it wasn't great because the first two had like 750.
Yeah.
That means the last three had 750. You know, they could have picked it up a little bit.
And we're gonna see the
I was just thinking the same
changes
thing.
are ready for next
No,
game.
they waited. They're waiting.
And then for the Lumberjacks, we have that 1167.
Yeah.
So obviously,
biggest thing so far, the 7-1 split, and yeah, because that everything will play into the next game for sure. So we'll see how that works out. Whoops.
Yeah, so just as a reminder for everyone here that points obviously matter, but if we do go to the tie break, it does go to total pinfall. So with that, we're going to run our commercial break, and then I'll bring our coaches back in just for a little chat before we head into the second match.
Perfect.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
Oh, it's not supposed to just be jump scare. No.
I think the audience was much happier just looking at you than us two. Just saying.
Oh, I try. But we want to see your lovely faces too. We love Victor's background. Henry, your background is interesting.
Yeah.
Something else, but
that I saw that play in New York.
Oh, very exciting. Fun fact.
Yeah. So that's why I was there. That's why it's there. Okay.
Before we get into our second match here, we're just going to bring our managers in for a quick little chat. So we'll bring them in right now. Welcome back, guys. Ty, obviously a great game for you guys with that 1500, especially the 195 right in the middle there. Congratulations to Jeremy for that 400. How are you guys feeling sort of heading into the second match here?
Feeling good. Obviously, that was a great game, so we're going to try and keep that momentum going. Just, playing loose, playing with the same confidence that we've had all season. So, yeah, feeling strong. I mean, the numbers are in our favor, so we're going to try and convert and do it again. The mission doesn't change.
And Matt, what about you guys? Obviously, it was disappointing the way that first match went here. Any changes you guys are looking to make heading into that second match?
Yeah, obviously not the way we wanted it to go, but we found we ran into a couple of bad breaks or bad timings, and that didn't help, obviously. But this game, obviously, we're going to try and get back into it and do what we need to do, and we know exactly what we have to do to take this. So tough task at hand, but we're not going to quit here. So
yeah. And any changes to the lineup on the Lumberjack side?
Yeah, it's going to be Matt Leonard, Isabelle Saunier, Max Beauchamp, Matt Wallace, and Sly Bercier, with the bench being Chantal Cyr and Fred Martin and Max Lafreniere.
Awesome. And then Tyler,
Hey,
guys?
quickly, Matt. After the fourth frame, there, I suggested you guys have a group hug. Did you guys do that, or was that not? Because you guys all came out in 2 strikes, and I was like, it had to be the group hug.
Yeah.
So maybe try that. It'll work. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was. We'll say it was that. Sure.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
I don't like this free coaching advice. Where's ours?
Yeah.
We are going to start the way that we finished. So Jenna, Jeremy, Adam Weber, myself, and then Brad. And then Haley and Cody on the bench.
Great. Awesome. All right. Well, best of luck to both of you guys, and we'll chat with you again after the match. Good bowling.
Sounds good. Okay, good luck.
Good luck.
All right.
I'd give Tyler some coaching tips, but they have a great coach, so they don't need my tips. And clearly, the only tip I would have said was, Victor, don't talk about a perfect game while it's being played.
Yeah.
I didn't actually say anything about a perfect game.
Oh, but you implied it.
So implication is now the issue, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were the one who brought it up. We weren't going to mention anything.
Totally.
Yeah, I'll take all the blame.
Hopefully,
Everybody in chat already has, so it's.
hopefully, this one, when we're into 10, and there's 10 in a row by one of these guys, you just won't say anything.
Yeah, he's actually just going to log off. He's gone. He's like, okay, guys, I don't
yeah, I agree.
not going to get any more hate messages,
But it's 10 in a row. It'll just be like, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Farewell.
Stream ends. No.
Well, the Lumberjacks got a little bit of an uphill climb here. Obviously, they're down quite a bit. Not saying it's insurmountable.
No,
I know.
We've seen it before. We know that they need that. They need 7.5 at least to sort of get what they need. Because even if they do get that 7 right total, it's still going to be a little bit tough, especially with next gen throwing that 1535, so that 1167 rate. That's 370-ish pins or so. Right?
380.
Down already. 380.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have different math running now too because I've already added Jenna's in.
Okay,
380 is the difference.
I was like,
Yeah,
where
360.
are you guys from?
Yeah. Math checking everything here.
Definitely lots of excitement so far today. Lumberjacks taking out momentum that first game, coming into this here, and then the next gen throwing that huge game. against them is obviously tough, regardless of who you're up against. But especially with next gen, you know that they're going to throw the shots when they need to. So
That's right. Yeah.
great ball from Adam.
Yeah, and I would expect to see next gen, keep the same patterns here as what they had done last game. Just kind of keep throwing their game, their ball, and just do what they do. It's really no different than what they've done all year. Just come out and throw the shots that they know they can throw, and away they go.
Yeah, and they can play a little bit looser, knowing they've got a pretty good pin advantage. They're up 7-1. They're not going to be as tight. Next, Lumberjacks don't have that luxury. They need to throw.
That's right. Yeah.
Brad gets the corner fall.
Wills that over.
Nice back of Sly's neck there. Glad he, clued in that we're live.
we're looking at it. Yeah.
That's not the view we want to see.
Oh man. That's two of them that thought that was down.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Big half. Right at it.
Got that. Yeah. Silence is going to get to us here.
I'm just so stressed. Clearly.
We are stressed.
Yeah.
I'm still just Lumberjacks just don't seem to catch any of the breaks. They punched a couple times. Now they've got a couple corners that look like they could have, should have, would have.
Yeah.
It might be a half a rotation on the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's such a weird dynamic when you look at how some of these teams have chosen to play in different locations,
Correct.
based on the choices available to them in their areas, right? So, obviously, Bonnie Doon in Edmonton, everybody seems to consider it as an easier house. Hit the middle on the side, and everything seems to go. I've seen a lot of people who can do the same thing in other places and have the same kind of results. And it's just one of those things that you just have to work with the proprietor if you're looking at some different scoring. There is nothing in the rules that says that you can't juice one specific lane, although people would definitely start to notice it after a little while. But when you're looking at it across the board, everybody's bowling and throwing the balls at the exact same time, the exact same day, regardless of where it is, and doing the best they can in the houses that are available to them. So I know there's criticism both ways. I heard a lot about it actually over the Easter weekend at the Open of, some people not agreeing with it.
Right.
Those are the choices, but that is 100% what the Pro League is about, is bowling and showcasing these houses that are available across Canada. So,
I find, I live out here, so I find that the Bonnie Doon lanes get a little bit more of a bad rap, just hit the side of the middle. I've bowled in that house, not regular on a league, I used to, but maybe it's my ball speed or maybe it's me. I might average a couple pins higher, but it's not to the point where it's ridiculously higher. Yes, they get some extra pinfall here and there. I've bowled in some houses, even in Edmonton, that don't quite have the same as Sherwood Park. Never mind Bonnie Doon, but you still need to throw a good ball.
Yeah. And when it comes down to it, that is the thing. Everybody has to throw their shot. They have set themselves up with the teams that they think will do the best in the league.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking for, right?
Yep. Well, we
So if you
saw,
can-
another team bowling out of Sherwood Park bowl at, Bonnie Doon, towards the end of the year. And I think they weren't as good as the average pros. I'm just saying. And they know who they are. There was a lot of crushing going along, but it wasn't no dreams.
Everyone knows who they are.
Yeah.
Adam doing Adam things, and Jeremy right back on it. Like he didn't want no 427 this time, so he thought he'd start with a spare.
Yeah, 435 is still there, so he can beat his last game still.
Yeah. And he doesn't, then he has no reason to blame Victor for not bowling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all on him in the first frame.
Yeah, he'll go back and look at all the
Isabel's
comments. Yeah.
Isabel's trying to keep up with or pass, stay pace with Jeremy, so she's still
Yeah.
up in her match.
Yeah. She's like, I saw what he did last time. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah, and you look at some of the other guys here on Next Gen, just going at it, right?
Yeah.
Throwing a couple of doubles up, doing what they do.
I don't know why Mitch isn't working. He says he's too busy, but then he's here.
He's commenting the whole
on
time.
live stream all the time. Pretty much watches it anyways. Don't worry, Marie. I'd rather you here than Mitch.
I appreciate that. It's always fun.
I got you.
Messages me after we're done the Cargill side. He's like, I'm watching it now. I'm like, I never watched the Schwartz division.
Oh, ouch.
I already spent enough time watching, bowling. I don't need to.
Mitch and I were really close, but I think he jinxed my team this year, so I think that's why we didn't make playoffs. I blame Mitch.
Okay.
I think he produced every show that we were on, so the common denominator is Mitch.
Okay. Not yourself or anybody else.
No.
Of course not.
Ooh, that was a good attempt at that cleanup there.
So I can get a good count on this and try to keep pace with Brad and stay with him.
So apparently Mitch is working and watching. So I'll be working and watching YBC Nationals tomorrow.
I was going to say, I'm sure I'll have YBC Nationals running, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. There you go.
Sorry, good shot from
Sly
there.
Yeah, so for those who are not necessarily in the loop, we do have YBC Nationals taking place in Edmonton starting tomorrow. We have a number of people from the 5PL who are there as coaches, parents, spectators. We have a couple athletes. We have Trey Wedge from Insanity and then Michaela Sanderson from the Poplar Roses competing in the senior division. But definitely lots of great bowling that we'll be seeing over the next couple of days here, the next generation of bowlers. I'm sure we'll see many of them in the 5PL in years to come. There'll be lots of coverage from 5PL Universe available online for watching lots of great bowling this week.
There's some amazing youth kids out of Edmonton. My goodness, there's some good bowlers.
Yeah. And we have a substitution in here. Chantal is going in for Matt in that leadoff spot on the Lumberjack side.
Oh,
Ooh, almost got the tough spare. Jeremy with his first open frame. Took him 13 frames to get there, but not that we're counting, right?
no.
Yeah, and
Isabel can see if she can keep her string going.
yeah, see what she's able to do here.
Oh yeah, let's look in there. So that was my fault.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah, yeah. At least she wasn't on 10 in a row.
My result was better.
Whatever you need to tell yourself this week.
Yeah, I'll make it. I'll do what I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
oh, that pin slid across. Didn't quite pick up the 3. And if anybody cares, I'm watching the hockey game, but I won't tell you the score in case somebody's recording it, waiting.
There's a team that's beating another team.
Yes. It is totally true. One team has 6 shots on net. The other team has 2. That's as far as I'm telling you.
And the team that has 2 shots is winning.
No, it's not. Unfortunately.
I've seen enough games this year that's been the case.
It's totally true. Maybe Lumberjacks are just kind of slowing the pace, making sure,
They're going to have a little group hug here.
I think so. It's going to work, I'm telling you. Next
gotta
gen
be-
doesn't need a
gotta be
group
the
hug.
case.
They are the group. They're just hugging all the time. Good half there.
So Lumberjacks again taking a bit more time here. Ooh. Tough punch for Matt.
Yeah, it seems to kind of be the name of the day here. Well, name of the series here. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the better way to say it. So. Sorry.
Hey,
for my kids.
tell those kids to be quiet. We're trying to watch bowling here.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Or get them down here and start commentating.
Yeah, not sure what game my son's playing, but definitely excited on it. So.
I think we need to have that same energy for
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We're fading here.
really fired. Yeah, it's dinner time.
Yeah, as long as they're. Earlier, he was putting the cat in a box to carry the cat around the house.
Fantastic.
So it was like,
yeah,
So
that's
fun.
fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, definitely gonna need a group hug on the Lumberjack side after this frame here.
Yeah.
Like shift the momentum a little bit.
They're trying. They're all. I mean, nobody. They're trying so hard. That's what it is. They're just trying so hard. And you throw a shot and you think you're disappointing your team, so then you get a little bit more down on yourself. It's not the individual. Like, I don't care if I bowl bad, but if I'm bowling for my team, I just you have a bad shot or you miss a pin, you feel deflating for your team. So
Yeah, you want to bowl well for your team, and when you don't perform the way that you'd like to, right? It always doesn't feel great.
mm-mm.
yeah, so we'll see if any changes occur here. 4th frame here, first full frame for Chantal. See what she can do here.
Yeah.
Bring a little energy and
Yeah, try and create something here for them that they can work off of. And
well, and again, next gen's bowling in a house full of youth bowlers. It's louder down there. They can
Feed off that energy a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Certainly. Always helpful.
Jeremy's back on his middle. He wasn't going to take a break that long.
Yeah, Jeremy's doing Jeremy things. Couldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah, Isabel started quite strong, and kind of feel like they've run out of energy here.
It's hard to manufacture energy in an empty building, and you're not bowling great either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really
looks like
hard
they've-
to.
Yeah, I think they've got open play on the other side, but
Not the same energy as having a bunch of the YBC bowlers right there cheering you on, watching things. So
yeah, you've got to think there's a few of them that, or more than a few of them that watch the pro league. So I'm sure they're jumping over. Sorry.
Oh, we have an alarm. What's happening?
Yeah.
Give us the emergency update. The broadcast system. No, there's a strike.
Nothing for my immediate area. So
Okay, so I just got an update when when the two teams that bowl out of Sherwood Park went to Bonnie Doon, they didn't do great. But when Next Gen came to Sherwood Park, they still threw over 1,400.
of course,
So it's not like it's the house; it's the bowlers.
Yeah. definitely great team chemistry as well.
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So, I mean, that's such a huge part of it, right? You can have a team of the best bowlers, but you don't play well together. You don't have that team chemistry, and sometimes people, don't think about how important that truly is. And
Yeah, looks like there's a switch
Fred.
there,
yeah, Fred's
Yeah.
going for
Matt.
Matt.
Brad balances at the line, does not foul, and gets his four-bagger. I mean the
Hambone. I know. I was trying to find
right. It's the hand bone.
scrolled down to my commercials. I was 2 ahead of the gun.
Couple hand bones on the Next Gen side, and I'm hoping that Sly can at least get a mark here and carry us into the commercial.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got one more frame, don't we?
One more frame.
one more
Yeah.
frame's a commercial.
I got ahead of
Hopefully
myself there.
Start the momentum of getting, some
Yes.
on that side for the Lumberjacks heading into the break.
That looked nice and smooth by Sly. That was a really good shot.
Great ball from him.
Yeah, right now we're looking at 526 for Next Gen, 387 is the working total for the Lumberjacks here. So definitely need to make some changes. Need to get something figured out here for the Lumberjacks.
Well, right now, all Next Gen is doing is running the Lumberjacks out of frames. That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think Connie's got you figured out there, Henry.
Yeah.
Here,
Who?
Yeah.
No, I'm still good, Connie. This one's still pretty full. I just started this one.
I mean, you never know. You could be chugging it right there. We can't
That's
actually
true.
see you, or the audience can't see you.
That's true. You guys can see me. They're like, I think he's on beer number 4 now. My goodness, what are we going to do with this guy?
Yeah, we need the beer counter on the back end.
It's like bowling. I have a beer a game.
Are they using a beer frame?
No.
It's like that challenge where at ball games they do a hot dog an inning.
Yes.
Imagine doing that for bowling, like on a shift or something, a hot dog a game.
Me and one of the other average pros were talking about doing a bowling tournament where you had to blow over to throw your next frame.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yes, cause for disaster. I know. So we won't
Yeah.
get into that.
we do not endorse that.
Weber
That's
just-
IPL. Just putting that out there.
That's
And
for
she's
sure.
on it. She's on it before it even flashes on the screen.
Yeah, I'm on the ball.
She didn't want to get yelled at again.
No, I don't need to receive any hate mail from bowling fans.
She's
I think
doing
there's
a
only one
wonderful
person
job.
getting hate. There's only one person getting hate mail today.
The name starts with V and ends with 4.
I don't know who this person is that you're speaking of.
Crazy. The people who are just logging in now to watch the second game are like, "What's going on?"
What do they mean? Why would he be getting hate mail? He's such a nice guy. You don't know him like we know him. Okay. Maria and I know Victor, the other side of Victor, the dark
Yeah.
side.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, because I'm that guy, right?
Yeah.
Definitely, that's you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lumberjacks definitely looking to get a couple more marks working heading into that commercial break. Next gen just keeps doing what next gen
And
does best.
Brad does the line balance again. It's working. I think he should just keep doing that.
Yeah. Get style points.
Yeah.
It's got to be worth something, right?
I don't see why not. If walking over the ball return is a foul, then style points is for sure a plus 15, I think.
There you go. So Victor, what's the total on the next gen side with everything counting in?
Everything counting in right now, we are at 681 for next gen. Going into the break. And obviously still, we got 454 and counting for the Lumberjacks. Cody's going to try and get his reps in somehow here.
Yeah.
It's thrown on the other lane.
From here, I'm going to bowl one way or another. And we'll see what Sly can do here.
Yeah, a double here for Sly would definitely go a long way to, keeping the momentum and pushing them forward just a little bit more.
Oh, and he gets it. Nice.
Again, so Victor, just a little score update here before we head to the commercial break. What are things looking like?
We've got 499 and counting for the Lumberjacks, 681 for next gen.
Things are looking bleak. That's what they're looking.
Yeah. But Lumberjacks still looking, obviously, to finish out their season strong.
Strong.
Of how things sort of
Yep.
end up. Huge congratulations to them already. I mean, just making the playoffs right is always an accomplishment nonetheless. So we'll see everyone after the commercial break.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
We are.
So obviously a pretty big uphill battle here for Lumberjacks as we continue into this. Next Gen, obviously, as you can see on the screen, had won the first match 7-1 with a pretty solid score here and kind of continuing that pace here, looking to cement their location into the finals on the Schwartz side here. So see what happens as we continue.
And there's not a lot of defense in bowling, so it's really hard to, throw up a block or a body check in bowling. Although I have done a body check in bowling, but we won't mention to who.
To say not legal. You can if you really wanted to.
It's not very easy when you're across Canada, though.
True, it's a good point.
You got one team in Gatineau, you got another one in Edmonton. I don't think they're making the trip in time.
Yeah.
It would definitely put a different dynamic into the game, though, that is for sure.
Full body
Yeah.
bowling.
Body bowling, body block.
And Jeremy back on it.
Jeremy is, yeah.
A little bit longer to get things going this game, but found it again and back on it. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution here on the Next Gen side. Cody is going to be going in for Ty in the 6th frame here. Yeah, and a great ball for Adam there for that 6th pack.
Good idea. It's a sign.
I would say just in time for Henry to open him.
That's a sign.
Are you looking for another sign?
I am looking for another sign.
This is the sign from above.
Did you just jinx that again?
No,
Not you. The other one.
the other one. He who shall not be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cody's been waiting.
got it.
Oh, and Cody gets it to go. He's been waiting a long time to get in.
Let the man cook. Let him in. And throws an absolute bomb on that first ball.
So far, Cody's perfect.
Yeah.
In case we're keeping track.
Yeah. You can keep track of that.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm going to keep track of it. I think he's going to increase his average.
Yeah, that's all we're concerned about, clearly. Nothing else, just averages.
Yeah. See if Brad can keep up the fancy feet here. Yep.
He did. Yeah. Every
Even
time.
worse.
That is a double sign. Give me 2. I'm yelling at my kid to go get me 2 beers out of the fridge.
I could pull there from Max. Or sorry, from Fred.
Fred.
That was my fault. Looking at the wrong score line.
And we'll see what Sly can do here. Just to keep up with things.
Yeah, Sly needs to throw a strike.
Yeah.
He's looking for another point.
Yeah, you can't let up at all, that's for sure.
And it's hard. You got 2 guys on the other team that are just rolling. They're just, throwing great. It's, the only way to keep up to them is to match them. And that's hard to do.
Yeah. Especially, right, we were talking about how they're in the center by themselves. Might be a little bit of open bowling, right? It's hard to keep that energy up and to remain self-motivated.
Yeah, you kind of know you're like, you gotta, and the other team's bowling pretty loose. They're bowling really well. They're on fire. They're loose. We just kind of go up there and roll our game and not have too much care in the world. And the other team is going, we got to beat them. We got to catch up to them. We got to feel better. We got to, their mentality is totally different.
Yeah. Freewheeling versus playing maybe a little bit tight, a little bit tentative because you just want it so bad, right?
Yeah.
And that's always a tough position to be in. We'll see what Chantal can do here now in that first spot. And another
Oh,
great
and she gets it to go finally.
Yeah, a great ball from Jenna as well to match on the next gen side.
Yeah, good shot there from Isabel.
Yep. We get a little bit more momentum working on the Lumberjack side.
Yeah, I wonder if they've just kind of had the mentality change of just freewheel, see how the game goes.
Throw the ball.
Yeah.
We all know you can get strikes, right? Not push too hard. Just see how it goes. Yeah.
Fred's already walking
I wasn't
over.
sure. I was like,
Fred's
He
like,
knew what was going on.
Let's just get this over with. Let's go. Adam throws a bomb.
Yeah, absolute bomb from Adam there. Time for a
little leg
martini.
kick.
Oh. Tough punch for Fred there.
And that just seems to sum up the Lumberjacks day, this afternoon or the last two. It's just, when they get one, they just can't, it just seems like their momentum hits a wall. It's not like even a sparable. You look at the last, frames there, 7 head pin, split, strike, head pin. Everything seems to be either a head pin or a strike, and they just can't seem to get any momentum. If they, maybe they got that 3rd strike or that 4th strike, it, makes your mentality a little bit different. They're going up, they're going, okay, come on, just hit the side of the middle. Let's not punch instead of just
throw the ball. Yeah.
I've thrown 4 in a row, even sly, strike, or head pin, strike, head pin. Like they just can't seem to get anything rolling.
Yeah.
And then you have next gen a little more relaxed. They've thrown up, 3, 4, 5 in a row. They just, a couple 7s.
Yeah.
To start the game off.
Yeah, a couple martinis on the next gen side.
Guys are thirsty.
Yeah.
And Sly throws a split. That's what I mean. And it could be a difference of being a little bit at this point, it shouldn't really matter. They're probably just missing their mark by, an inch.
Yeah.
Nothing, just missing it by a little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
Next gen's just doing next gen things, free rolling out there, doing what we've seen all season long, putting up those big games, right? And working as a team.
Which is why they've been successful all year.
Yeah.
They seem like every game they're in, it's just a freewheel game for them. And then, you've got strong players on the bench. So their team's got a great chemistry, great group. You got strong players on the bench. If you punch a couple times, because pretty much the only misses they're having are punches. Oh, I'll just throw on the next guy. Yeah, you punch 3 times, throw on the next guy. He comes in, bangs out.
Yeah. And having trust and faith in those who are on the bench for you, and you know that they can come in and pick you up.
Yeah.
If you need them to, right?
Yeah.
And a great ball for Jenna there, and a good cover for Chantal.
It's not just Chantal. It's Chantal.
Chantal. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm making it too French.
You are making it French. It's mine. I'm not judging. I think it's cool.
No, yeah, I'm actually being judged. I need to butcher everyone's names. Oh, and it's
He's with a great
Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy falters for half a frame.
Yeah.
Gets a spare. Comes back in. We're good.
He's like, okay, I remembered what I'm supposed to do. Throw strikes.
Yeah, and right now we're looking at 781 and counting for Lumberjacks, 1101 at this point for next gen.
Yeah.
So pretty insurmountable here.
And the snowman.
Got some Got some great games going here.
Mind you, Cody is still perfect, and I did mention it the first time he threw, but just going to put that out there right now before he throws.
Yep. Will Cody remain perfect? Yeah.
That's down. Cody is averaging 450 this game so far.
Wow, incredible for him. That's always my favorite thing at nationals when you look at the stats and you're like, oh, someone came in for 3 frames and threw and struck out, and it's like, wow, average 450.
Right.
This is my goal in life.
That is mine too.
Oh, and great ball for Fred there to bounce back after that head pin. But as you were saying, Henry, it's like strike, head pin, split, strike.
Brad doing
fancy feet over here.
Yeah, if I was to average 450, I think the coach would have to pull me after the strike in the first frame.
But you're done. You're out.
You're just done.
Hey, he has joked about if I got to 5 in a row, he's pulling me because he's like, "There's no way you're getting 6, so I'm gonna just pull you. Don't feel bad." I'm like, "Well,
no, I like the first. You throw 1 strike, first frame, you're
pull
out already.
Yeah,
coach
out.
Is like, no power move. You need
to power move. He's out.
Like, what's going on?
Don't take it a throw.
Yeah, you may not have enough people though if you're doing open, but I guess if you're playing pro league, you've got the secondary person, right?
I mean, but
right.
So
just for a laugh, do it at the open. The last game if things don't matter.
I'm pretty sure it'd be funny if a guy was on 5 in a row and the coach pulled him.
I think our coach jokingly said one year that if someone had 11, they were going to pull them for the last ball.
Oh, that'd be good too.
We clarified, but like, does this count for the perfect game pot?
Sly, what was Sly doing? Tying up his shoes or something?
You know what? Technically, as far as frames is concerned, it still goes against the original bowler. So
yeah,
they can't prove otherwise.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're just waiting on Sly here. He was tying his shoe and then having a little
I'm not
reset
sure what he was.
here.
Yeah, they had a tangle as well. So
okay.
I'm glad Victor was paying attention to that.
you guys had your
Maria
own
and I were going
conversation.
on about our stories about perfect games and getting pulled.
Yeah, because that happens so often. Clearly,
Started off with I started a game off with 3 in a row.
Start the live stream, guys.
Don't worry, that's been the joke too.
Yeah.
I do have 1 pin on my mantle. It's my 448 pin. The closest
nice.
I'll
The
ever
2 pin
get.
that didn't
So
go?
in Calgary, my friend Rachel found a 448 pin like at the thrift store, and it was for some random bowling alley in like Guelph, Ontario.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
2001. I was like, that's hilarious.
yeah. I was pretty happy when the bowling alley gave it to me.
Yeah.
So it'll be on my mantle. My kids can take it.
Yeah, it's like cutting down the net in basketball after you win a championship, although you don't
Right.
want to end up with the deuce that you lose.
I didn't really want the 2 pin.
Yeah,
I'd rather not have that. I'd rather have gotten the the $100 or something I was going to get.
Cover for Jenna there. Just a little bit quick from Isabel.
Oh.
Well, walked
Hadn't
away
even fallen
before it
yet,
was.
completely walked away.
He's like, I knew that was a good ball.
Oh. And it's funny when he let that one go, he was super smooth at the line. I thought, oh, that's a really good ball. And that 2 pin didn't move. He turned around and I was like, oh, he missed it.
Yeah, he obviously knew
No.
where pins were coming
Yeah.
from.
No, it looked really good. He's so smooth at the line.
Yeah. And my least favorite graphic, the turducken, just looks
So
unsettling
silly.
to me.
Victor, just say it. Get it off your chest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And Cody back here looking to stay perfect. As Henry's, pointed out umpteen times.
Right. Oh, look at that.
That was.
You wrecked it. That was all on you because I had said it and I left it to you. And
I can, that's
sorry, Cody.
It was like Cody is fine without getting, striking out when he comes in off the bench. Not to say I don't like seeing.
He's really come in well off the bench, though, right?
Yeah. Let's say unless he punched out of his free pin or something.
Though it would have been a good TV shot, but he messed that up too.
Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate for
There is the Lumberjacks day in a nutshell, really.
Pattern continues the split strike, head pin strike, head pin. I mean, it's so tough to get going when you just push that little bit extra and you end up pushing right and not getting rolling and keeping things smooth and loose. So
super frustrating as a bowler, though.
Oh yeah,
like
we've all been there. We know what it feels like. It's not a fun feeling, especially playing on a team as well and feeling like you're letting them down a little bit.
I think at this point, though, really, looking across the rest of the team, if it was me doing that, I don't feel like I'm letting them down because we're all kind of in the same boat together. We're all in the same group. It was a tough break by Brad. He got away with 3 or 4 of those strikes. And
great break from Sly there, though.
Yeah, he's clawing his way back. You gotta win for a frame. Yeah, Brad was just too solid on the first ball.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
We had a couple close ones earlier on. I don't know, it was 6 or 5 that he had was a little bit tighter, but they went down.
Yeah,
he was crowding the line, looked like he's doing a tippy toe.
Yeah,
little dance, fancy feet at the line.
Yeah, well, that was his first miss in 8 frames, 9 frames, like.
But I didn't have to see the turducken graphic again. So.
We spared you.
He did that
he
for
did
you.
It just for me, clearly.
Chantal's just like, come on, will just something go down?
Yeah.
That's definitely representative of their day today. Just couldn't get things rolling. I mean, all over the middle, but really frustrating when that does happen as a team.
Another rare open frame for next gen. Are you adding these points in now?
I am. Literally was just typing it.
I was checking.
Well, the frame just finished. It's like, don't even get too.
No, like chop,
right
let's
now.
go. Oh, Jeremy didn't get a break that time. It's not a bad day for Jeremy, average bowling.
Yeah, below average bowling, of course.
Yeah, nothing like throwing a 300 and dropping your average for the day.
Yeah.
Right?
By 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get that one to go down.
312 for him.
313.
Or
But
313,
who's counting?
Yeah.
Another unfortunate split for Isabel on the Lumberjack side as well.
Yeah, see what Max can do here, just to try and finish the game out.
Yeah.
Just try and have some fun and enjoy it.
Pre-wheel out there, keep things going.
Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Spare for the 400.
I was worried you jinxed it. I'll be honest. I was like, I'm not.
He's jinxed enough already tonight. It's like he can't jinx it again.
No, that's true. You know what? You're right. No, you can't.
Well, this is good timing because I just finished my beer.
So time for another
And he
one,
just
or-
missed it. That was the worst ball Adam threw all day, right there.
Yeah, great game by him,
405.
though. Yeah.
Great game for him, nonetheless.
Yeah,
right?
super good game.
I'm still throwing totals together. Honestly,
Yeah, no worries. You
not-
just keep typing
Not
away.
100% sure
Ernest.
why, but
I'm mesmerized by how good Next Gen really is. Like, they're just so good. On the bench, off the bench, doesn't matter.
In the bowling alley, outside of the bowling alley.
Yeah. I wonder if they play cornhole. I bet you they'd be good at cornhole.
Cornhole is so fun.
I play a lot of cornhole. I play in a couple leagues, and it is fun.
Yeah, people are always like,
It's-
"Why are you at cornhole?" I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of like bowling.
It is very much like bowling. It's an individual, but it's also a team sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just on a different level. They're really hard to bowl against.
Yeah. No.
Nice and smooth by Sly on that one too. Again,
Yeah, it is.
finally gets the turkey. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. What is that? Their first turkey today? Like honestly, they didn't seem like they could get
Yeah.
2 or
Any
3
sort
strikes in a row.
Yeah. And I mean, as much as they're tough to bowl against, they're also really great to watch, right? Just how they play
Yeah,
so well as a team and can string together so many marks and post such huge scores.
So obviously, still congratulations out to the Lumberjacks, regardless of how today actually finished.
Yeah.
Finishing officially 4th in the league on the Schwartz side. So
no,
great season for them.
Yeah, be a bit of a payday for them, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. It's always nice.
I mean, ultimately, we're here to win, but the money's also not a bad little bonus.
Yeah, I get probably brings them back for next year with a good chunk of the team anyway. Making playoffs for the first time is always a huge thing, and being able to say that, hey, we made it, right? So
They're such a good group of people too, and they do support the WCBT and the tours out here and stuff. They come to lots of events, and I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about anybody on that French team and the Quebec team. Like, they're just such good people. So congrats to them.
2276.
20. Okay, my math is really wrong.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is it that? Okay, 2276. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? If you want to give them 23-35, it's okay.
They probably deserved it. I'll be honest.
They probably did.
Yeah, with
They
some of
did.
those headphones and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Well,
But yeah,
with-
congrats to Next Gen obviously as well. Like you can't take that away from them. They threw a great double set there.
No, that's great.
So 2 1500s.
Yeah, I was going to say a couple 400s, couple 300s, all in the same match. Like that's tough to bowl
Yeah.
against.
No, for sure. So, again, obviously, we have something sort of filling out here in terms of the playoff pictures. We have Next Gen advancing to play the winner of the Dynamite Avalanche matches coming up here for the Sports Division Finals, and they'll be taking on one of those two teams the next couple of weeks here. I don't know the date off the top of my head, but somebody does, and I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Victor probably doesn't.
I was working on it actually as you were saying that. I'm like, I'm sure we have the dates in the list.
I know some of the dates, but not all of them off the top of my head. So with that, we'll bring our coaches in here just for a quick little chat and brief. See if Sly can hear us.
En français?
Allô, comment ça va?
Ah, bonjour. Ah, comment ça va?
Well, I have the panel's French, so we could do a French interview. That would be great.
I'll put a fan. Wait.
Half the audience isn't gonna understand.
Kudos to the next gen. Holy moly, you guys both so well.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Sly, they had a big group hug before they started bowling today. That's why they bowled so well.
I know, eh? Was Stefan there with her shirt? He was supposed to wear her shirt and her hat over there. Try to intimidate the group, but I guess that didn't work.
No.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I would say, Ty, obviously great games for you guys. Great bowling today. I can imagine the atmosphere in there was probably pretty great. You guys have some of the YBC bowlers and families sort of watching you a little bit as well?
We did the first game, yeah. A lot of them were like finishing their practice while we were in like frame 6-7. So they ended up just staying and watching the game, which was really awesome with Jeremy throwing like the almost perfect game. And then there was a little dude, I don't know his name, I feel really bad. He was like 2 lanes over from us during the second game, and he had the front 8. And I was like, he's for sure going to show Jeremy up. He ended up getting a chop off. But yeah, it was a great day. I do think like obviously having that many people definitely helped create an environment that it was easy to play in. So it was really awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously great bowling from you guys. And Sly, a little bit tough to see you guys couldn't sort of get things rolling. We would see a couple strikes and then a head pin or a split. And obviously that's not how you were hoping the end of your season would go, but huge congratulations for making the playoffs.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in all, it's a good season for us. We're happy to be there. And what can you do? You start pressing when things free rolling like that, and that's what happened. Like you're not throwing your shots and you're punching instead of getting strikes. So good luck for the next gens. I think you guys are gonna kill it. So my money's on you guys.
We don't endorse gambling.
We don't endorse gambling, but yeah, mine too.
Yeah, it's monopoly money we're talking. Right?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for playing today, and best of luck to the next gen. And we'll see the Lumberjacks next season back here for season 5.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Well, obviously, great day of bowling. Saw some really huge games. Again, we have the Maniacs against Lumberjacks, that first match. Lumberjacks came out on top, unfortunately then fell to the next gen, who are going to be moving on to play the winner of the Dynamite Avalanche in the finals of the Schwartz division.
Which that match for the Dynamite Avalanche is scheduled for the 15th of May, so a couple of weeks away here. 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So for both of them, that's actually going to be like 7 o'clock. I think they're only an hour ahead right now. So, so that should be good. Battle of Winnipeg.
Yeah,
see what
I think they're
happens.
going to try and play in the same house.
Oh, really? That
Some
might be
rumblings about
interesting.
that,
Yeah.
so.
Well, speaking of Winnipeg, they're getting beat in hockey right now, but I didn't want to say anything.
No spoilers. You weren't supposed to do that.
Well, if they're still watching bowling and they're watching the hockey game, they deserve to know that they're getting beat.
There we go.
All right.
All right. Well,
it was fun.
Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you back here, I'm sure, soon enough for another 5 p.m.
Well, only if they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, you'll see me.
Okay. Well,
Okay, guys.
Okay,
Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks so much, everyone.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.